the area. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. More spins, more wins, more fun. The Wisconsin Badgers tip off their NCAA Tournament run this afternoon, 12:50 Central Time. That's 10:50 local time on the West Coast in Portland, where the game is being played. The Wisconsin Badgers and the High Point Panthers meet in a 12-5 matchup. Tip time again is set for 12:50. Wisconsin currently listed as a 10.5-point favorite. Kind of depends which sportsbook you look at. That line has fluctuated a little bit throughout the week. Plenty to get you set before the game and more after the game today on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. How about this for a couple of Badgers legends scheduled to appear? Mike Kelley from the 2000 Final Four team scheduled to appear coming up on Wilde and Tausch at 9:15. And after the game, post-game analysis from former National Player of the Year Frank Kaminsky on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. That's all coming up today. Wisconsin and High Point, 12:50 tip in Portland.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
It is the Thursday edition. The apparently some technical difficulties as I was doing the show by myself for a minute there edition. Sweet Jacket Man edition.
What do you mean you were doing the show by yourself? Show hadn't even started yet.
I was talking to myself.
Well,
Jesse couldn't hear me.
That's your most captive audience you got.
Oh, sick
Am I
burn, bro
right?
edition.
Yeah.
The Badgers in the NCAA Tournament against High Point University.
Oh, this is
coming
fun.
up.
Jason, this is fun. Jesse's got like that befuddled look, and he's got like
I bet he does.
Aristotle thinker face on. He doesn't have a clue what the heck's going on back there. That's fun.
And the schedule to appear our good buddy Mike Kelley at 9:15
I would make an argument Mike Kelley might be one of our best guests that we have on this show.
He appears with us basically once a year.
Hopefully, yeah.
At tournament time. But we need to, in order for him to be considered on a higher plane, we need to have him on more often. So I think that'll be our goal, to talk to him more frequently, because we are always better off when we talk to him. Edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, and, of course, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and on the ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find both in the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is losing his proverbial you-know-what, trying to figure out what's wrong in the control room. Yeah, and when you've got Ashton Rotman into the mix, you know
and
it's
Bo
DEF
Ryan
CON
is
1.
back there. I mean, I know it's a big day Badger-wise, but we got the three amigos back there, and they ain't getting anything done.
And I got to say, this is as good as you've looked, and you look good a lot. But I'm digging that outfit. You're fit today. He is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tauscher. Tauscher, good morning. How are you?
Just because I put a coat on?
No, I just like that. That's a hip looking outfit.
Thanks,
and the
buddy.
Pickler hat.
Yeah, the old backwards
I think
hat.
you're cooking today.
Well, appreciate you. That's nice of you.
Are you going somewhere after this?
No. Well, I'm going to go watch games at some point, but I got some other stuff. I'm going to try to. Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't have anything like planned, and it's not like I have a big ordeal or something.
No. Limousine picking you up to go get steaks with Matt LePay. So are you excited for basketball today?
I am
Did you
excited.
watch any last night?
I watched a smidge. I have to admit, the first four don't get it for me. I'm not in. The tournament.
Miami of Ohio was fun.
The tournament starts for me today. I am not one. I haven't bought in, and I know I heard Greg Gard say he's for expanding the tournament, and I'm thinking to myself, what? Gardo, come on, man. We don't need more teams in this tournament. This tournament's plenty where it is. But
Barry Alvarez.
I'm guessing at some point that will happen. But until then, this is a great 4-day stretch of sports from a viewing standpoint. Mm-hmm. Again, I don't want to get anything twisted. I love it. I think it's great. But I just don't want the romanticization that this is better than divisional round or wild card weekend, because it's not. For me, I think some fans romanticize this, and part of it is a gambling thing. Another part of it is it's just the nonstop action. If you have buzzer beater after buzzer beater, yeah, it's fantastic stuff. But there's a lot of these 1-16 games and 4-13s that are 10, 12 points. It's nothing. It's a nothing burger, but you're going to get a couple of moments. NFL playoffs, you're going to see tight games into the fourth quarter, and we know a lot more. We care a lot more year-round. This is the Valentine's Day of sports. That's what this is. We love it, and then we move it. We throw some chocolate at it, and we move it along. Like, it should be, you know what I'm saying? And maybe there's a better analogy. If you got a better analogy, come up with it.
I'm intrigued by this. How long have you had this holstered?
I haven't holstered it.
Or did it just come up right now?
I told you on
Valentine's Day of sports.
No, but I did tell you on Monday that this is the candy rush. Like, you get that rush, and then you crash, and you're done. NFL is a year-long commitment. You love it. You're more invested. This is throw some candy, have a day, go enjoy the night, and then by the time you wake up, the tournament's over. That's how I look at this.
Again, I'm very curious to see if we have some of those games today and tomorrow. I feel like those have not been as frequent of late. I don't have any empirical data to point that out, but the Valparaiso, Bryce Drew, whichever Drew brother it was
Homer
that
Drew.
Trains.
He was the
coach.
Yep.
Yeah. I just those iconic moments.
If Homer Drew ever left Valpo, would he have still been a homer for Valpo, or is he just a homer for whoever team he's coaching?
Well, I don't know. Homer left the previous station to join our station once upon a time.
But he still was a homer. But he still was a homer for Marquette and everything else, right? Isn't that how that works?
I guess so. Sure. I mean, what's his phrase? I may be a homer, but I'm not an idiot. So he's just going to be a homer for whoever's paying him.
The checks. Sure. Okay.
That's an important piece of that. So how confident are you? Because as excited as we are for this team and the best backcourt in the country, as you have proclaimed it, and for
Killer
Gardo,
Bees, is that what we're going with? Is the Killer Bees? That's the moniker that the boys are getting?
That's what's going to catch on. By the way, hi, I'm here.
Hey, good to see you, buddy.
Yeah.
Glad you're back. Stressed Jesse's my favorite, Jesse. You get more done when you're stressed.
So did you figure it out, or did you just have to? What happened back there?
Yes, Tausch, do you happen to have a? No, that's not yours. Somebody in the Everlight Solar Studio. Let me see if I have a good.
What are you trying to put on me now?
All right, so if you can see, never mind. Something's sitting on one of the microphones in there where the buttons are, and it holds down the button where you talk back to me off air, but it's on one of the other mics, and that was preventing me from being able to hear anything in my headphones.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
That's why you should always clean up after yourselves when you're done doing
Some
your
might
shows.
say.
It was actually binders from other shows. So, because I always put my binder here, and then if I keep it, I put it down on the floor. I'm picking up stuff. But yeah, that's
housekeeping.
So instead of blaming me, you can probably blame whomever is
Cleanliness. Yeah, I don't know what binder it is.
I've always been a stickler. And I'm a fan of the pickler. There you go. Thank you, Jason.
Nice. Sorry.
That's for just pick up, man. You don't need to. While you're in there, do what you do, and then when you leave it better than you came in.
Well, I'm just glad that we solved this mystery, and that when I started talking, it was actually going out over the air. All right, I want to get in and get out here.
Be careful.
What do you mean?
You say a lot of stuff.
Well, yes, there are times when I don't want what I'm saying to go over the air.
You get a little vitriolic sometimes. To answer your question that you asked, I was starting to uber confident today.
Oh, today.
I'm not saying I'm Jason Wilde going over the San Diego Bridge and oh my God, I would never be that arrogant. Yeah. I would never be that arrogant as an analyst. I would say
inexperienced.
Not arrogance, okay. Or I would never, because I know how hard it is to win.
Sure.
But we're a really good team. The thing I'm a little nervous about is obviously Nolan's been out for a minute, and he's getting him back in. That size, but I think we just need one of the, as Charles Barkley calls them, the others, or Shaq. It's one of those two. You just need a rap sheet. You need somebody else to pop a little bit, hit some threes. If you have that other guy, we're in a good place. Okay. And I would be, I'll be really disappointed if we don't advance today. Really disappointed.
Yes, I think everyone would. It has been a while since they have been to the Sweet 16, so you can't get to the Sweet 16 until you've won your first game.
The terrific 32.
Earn the right to go
to the
play.
Terrific 32.
Yeah.
Why is the 32 not getting any love? Like, that's an advancement. That doesn't get any love. Everything else, Elite Eight, Final Four, championship. We need to start calling it the terrific 32. If the Badgers win today, it's the terrific 32 that they're in.
But it doesn't need to be a TH sound in front of him?
Terrific.
Instead of 32. Forcing 32?
Well, you got to let it.
It's the 32.
You got to let it breathe a little bit. Terrific 32.
Wouldn't the 32 be the ones who lose in the first round?
That's the dirty 32.
Those are the ones playing at the CBI, which was canceled or whatever. All right. Well, I'm excited for today. I love our vibe today, just like I love my Pella windows and doors of Wisconsin.
Well, you better be, and it is balmy out again. You never know what you're going to get in the great state of Wisconsin. One day it could be 25 inches of snow slamming down your throat, cold, and then the next it could be 70. Our homes need to be ready for just about anything in Wisconsin year-round. That's why Pella will focus on quality and durability in everything that they do. The right windows and doors vastly improve your home's comfort, efficiency, and overall style. With Pella, you get those expert recommendations designed around your home, your needs, and within your budget. Don't miss out. I had to look at this, I think, 6 or 7 times because it's 6 years of zero financing all the way till 2032. I think probably have 2.
The terrific 32.
Well done, boys. Zero financing all the way to 2032. The offer ends on the 31st of March. Visit PellaWI.com today to learn more.
The terrific Mike Kelley scheduled to appear next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. Well, it's bracket season, and Pizza Hut's got the watch parties covered. And right now, get a large 3-topping pizza for just $10. Try it on Pizza Hut's new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden outside, soft and fluffy inside, and finished with garlic parm seasoning. Order today at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. A large 3-topping pizza for just $10 on Pizza Hut's new hand-tossed crust. Pizza Hut, feed good times. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
The Brew Crew are back on March 26th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they open up the season against the Chicago White Sox.
And
Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh my goodness, third deck.
Brewers opening day is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in March 26th at 1:10 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
As a mom, I'm glad my son plays school sports. It's where he has fun with his friends. He contributes to the team. Oh, and he stays out of trouble.
Support your school's athletic programs. This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
It's well known that the boss at the exteriors company is a perfectionist.
It's a gift.
He not only oversees every job, he inspects each aspect of the operation to get to the root of what your project will actually need to be long-lasting.
Call 960-ROOF.
Oh, he's proud of all the reviews.
What can I say? Take a look.
The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
My fiance wanted to incorporate me in the process of picking out my engagement ring. And we went to Chalmers, and that was the first place that we went to look for rings.
The staff educated us right away, and we felt very comfortable, and I learned a lot about diamonds.
Chalmers did a great job explaining the process to us, the type of grade of the diamond.
Just from the second you walk in, I mean, there's somebody who's taking you over, showing you exactly what you want in your price range.
I think that my ring is the most beautiful ring I've ever seen, thanks to Chalmers Jewelers.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
You asked and Carbless delivered. The fan favorite grapefruit flavor now has its own 4-pack all to itself. That bold, bright, perfectly balanced citrus taste that you've been pulling from the variety pack, it's now front and center in 4 cans, 1 box. Crisp, refreshing, not too sweet, and nothing else has changed. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, just 100 calories and gluten-free. Clean ingredients and big flavor. Always no compromises. Grab the new Carbless grapefruit 4-pack wherever you get your Carbless and find a location near you at drinkcarbless.com. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip.
We're on the Packers.
This 2 or 3 year window needs to yield a championship.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
When you bring back everybody, Mr. Policy is telling you we're winning a championship.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
I know somewhere in my photo library I have a screen recording of this guy jumping into the arms of his teammates celebrating a Final Four berth. But I can't find it, and I'm very frustrated right now. The good news is we got the real thing. One of the smartest basketball people I have ever been lucky enough to know. We are always better for him joining us, and if we could twist his arm into joining us more frequently, we would. From the 2000 Final Four team, coached by Dick Bennett, who still refuses to do that book that we all want him to do, it is our friend Mike Kelley on the Yuengling guest hotline. Yuengling, 6 generations, family-owned and operated, now finally in Wisconsin. D.G. Yuengling and Sons, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. Michael, good morning. How are you?
Sounds like he's doing great.
This is par for this morning's course. Mike?
I could hear the phone. Oh, I'm sorry. That's there.
Oh, boy.
Jesse!
Oh, boy. I got to call him back. We lost him. Hang on. I got to call him back.
Boy, I'll tell you what. Jesse is off to a heck of a start today. He's got this thing humming.
I'm just here to say, I hope the Killer Bees and Greg Gard and the rest of the crew get off to a much better start at 12:50.
Yeah, and that's a lot
Jesse
earlier
has.
out there, too. So, yeah, I might need to re-look at how confident I am about this Killer Bee backcourt.
Don't let Jesse's ineptitude change your feelings about the Badgers. I'm just hopeful that they don't have the same.
Did you
Jesse's
ever run
had a
into
rough
Mike
start.
in a pickup game over at the Shell back in the day?
So I'm a little bit older than Mike, so I was long gone from the Shell.
You'd still go get a game, right?
No, he was on the 2000 Final Four team, and I was long gone by then. Look, he's a guy that thrived on defense. I'm a guy who can't guard a folding chair, so it would have been a tough. Although I guess he wasn't much of an offensive threat, so maybe it would have been a good matchup.
Wow!
Boom!
Dang!
Good morning, Mike. How are you, buddy?
Gentlemen, it was such a kind intro before, and then I got dumped, and I came back to being heckled. I don't know what happened.
Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, that's on Jesse. That's on your point guard, or our point guard, not knowing how to distribute.
I've been dumped before.
Mike, we are so happy to have you, just like we were moments ago when we thought we had you and we didn't. How are you? Let's start here, because the last time we talked, we were talking about the best point guard on campus, and she wasn't even playing for the Badgers because her dad is such a goat that he is. I am curious, how much basketball is in your life these days, before we get to the Badgers?
Well, quite a bit, actually. I continued coaching at Brookfield East High School, the girls' team. This was my last year. I just told the coaching staff I'm going to step aside. But I saw through any player that played with my daughter. I saw them through to their eligibility being out here and graduation. So that was fun and enjoyable, but I'm going to step aside completely now. And I suppose now I'll get to see Tauscher more Badger games, because everyone I go to, he's always there.
Yeah, and somehow I have great seats, but I can't keep up with where Mike Kelley sits now. He's basically reffing the game. He's right there. The sweat is hitting him.
It's costing me quite a bit. Yeah.
Mike,
it's worth it.
No, this has been a fun year, and it has. You're 100%. It has been worth it, and this is going to be hopefully a long, fun ride. But before we get that, Mike, how emotional was it when you kind of told everybody that this was a wrap, that you're done coaching?
It was tough, because the coaching staff that brought me in was there when I got there, when my daughter got there, and they asked me. They were really kind in having me be a part of it. I never took that for granted, because I think there's always a hesitancy with the dad and what's his agenda going to be, team first or their kid first. And so they welcomed me with open arms, and we had a really good run. Went to state a couple times, won 4 straight GMC championships, a really tough division or conference. So we had a great run, and those guys have become really good friends, even outside of basketball. We hang out, and I'm going to miss them. I'm going to miss being around them. So it was a tough. We always have a postseason coaches meeting, and I planned on telling them at the end of the meeting, and instead we kind of cracked our first beer, and they said, "Let's start with who's coming back," and all the eyes looked at me. And I'm like, so I think they had a suspicion this was coming, and so we both talked about what the offseason needed to be, and we reminisced about the past 6 years and how much fun we had. So it was really a good time.
Mike, how tough was it? Were you tougher on your kids, or did you? Because that is a fine balance, and you just mentioned it. Were you tougher on your girls, or was because I'm assuming they were really good players? How did you approach that?
So it was tough. I don't think I was tougher on her. I think what the needle I tried to thread there was letting the other coaches coach her. I mean, she got me enough. I did coach her in AAU as a head coach, and there I had to obviously be a little more assertive. But her and I always had a really good relationship. She was the youngest. She had 3 older brothers. She's really tough. And it was no surprise why she became successful with her mom being so good and her older brothers kind of pushing her. And So when it came to high school, though, I had the luxury of letting the head coach and the other assistants coach her more, and she was just, I'm telling you, she wasn't a perfect player, but she was the toughest kid I've ever been around, and it was never like her teams just always won, and there were a lot of reasons why, but she was a big part of what that was. She was a tough kid. She never backed down. You can see it, Tausch, you've seen it, and Jason, you've seen it in athletes, like, the fight or flight mechanism is there in kids at a young age, and it kind of can break one way or another, and sometimes you rise up to a level that you can't fight anymore, and she is just all fight and always was all fight, and we always said it's easier to tame a lion than to make a sheep roar, and my job was kind of trying to tame a lion.
Oh, my God, is he good?
Put that
is
down.
He not the
Put
best?
that down on the list. That is a fantastic. We just got our show title for the first hour. So, Mike, your daughter got her offensive skills from her mom, is what you're saying?
Yes, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Yeah.
Oh, now it's okay when Tausch says it.
But yeah, it's because it's fun.
It's true.
It's in a fun way.
It is true. I mean, you guys, I think my wife was the state player of the year, and she won the state player of the year, and after tearing her ACL in July at an AAU tournament before her senior season, had like experimental ACL repair.
So wait, she came back in like 3 months?
Yes, she came back in 3 months and won state player of the year, and then had a full ride to Marquette.
Okay.
So she was just really talented. She won state in the 400. She was just a great athlete, and my daughter got all of that.
Very nice. So Micah Parsons and Tucker Kraft, talk to Mike Kelley's wife. Get this thing rolling again. Yeah. All right, last one for me before we get into the killer bees and everything else. When you were coaching, did you find yourself doing any Dick Bennett-isms?
All the time. It's the running joke amongst us buddies. So Andy Kowski was the head coach at New Berlin Eisenhower this year, had to help out because their coach was let go midseason. Dave Burkheffer's been coaching at Pewaukee for a long time now. Mm-hmm. John Bryant was just in town. He coaches Edina High School, the boys' side. And so when we get together, we're all coaching high school, and we laugh that all these things that kind of bothered us or, you rolled your eyes at. We're all doing them. I mean, Coach was a Hall of Famer for a reason, and we'd be silly not to use them. But, yeah, I talk about his pillars. I talk about his toughness. I've yet to tell a kid they need more lead in their pencil, which is something Coach famously told John Bryant one time. I'm still not sure what that means, but we know it wasn't
I was just going to say, what does that mean?
I don't know. But, yeah, we definitely talk like Coach Bennett.
All right, Mike, we do need to talk actual basketball, even though you and Tausch and I could talk and reminisce all we want. I want to start here because you know how much I love that team of yours. And it was one of those rare times in a career as a sports writer where I would jump on the Badger coverage bandwagon at the State Journal, and I didn't do it that year. And so I got to be a fan. And there are very few times in my life that I do that outside of the girls when they're competing. And you know how much I love that team. And I look at college basketball now, and I compare it to you guys, and you guys have the character building and gut-wrenching first round 32 points against Southwest Missouri State. I always get the directions wrong. The year before, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely.
And so, I don't know how you view that, but we now live in this microwave NIL. And look, Nick Boyd's a flippin' awesome player. And they have been great in the portal. They have done a great job in the portal. John Tonje, ridiculous. But I am old school, and I loved watching that team grow into what you guys became in the 2000 Final Four. And I'm wondering, when you watch the game now, do you think back to the good old days, or am I just living in the past about a team from the 60s here?
Yeah, maybe a little bit of both. I certainly love this team. I don't love what the NIL era has entirely been about. I think there's some good parts to it. It's not all bad. But what's been nice about Wisconsin, and better than maybe some places, is the continuity. Even in a changing world and rosters turning over year to year. Guard has been, his staff is nothing but Badgers. It's guys that know the program, and that means a lot, especially as an alum, being able to come back to practices and talk to the guys. It's a luxury that I don't, take for granted. My teammates don't take for granted. And as a fan, year to year, there's certainly going to always be turnover. It's weird because the turnover used to be the seniors gone and freshmen come in. Now you're bringing in the star player. But, they did bring back Winter and Janicki and Blackwell. I think they will continue to try to keep core pieces. And I think we saw, there was quite a bit of changeover this year. They lost a lot of really good guys, Gilmore and guys Klesmit that we knew that were local. And that was hard. And I think we saw them struggle early in the year because they didn't have that continuity. So if you can retain some of your roster, the guys that you want, I think it's important. And I think a place like Wisconsin will value that maybe more than others, which helps, which makes it easier as a fan. So I've enjoyed it. It's certainly it's a different system. It's a different style. I defended the slow pace, for 25 years. And I would still defend it as long as we were winning. And that was always my number one defense of the way we played. And now we have a different style, and we also win. And I will be the first to admit this is more fun to watch. They're getting up and down. Now, if we were losing 92-97, I don't know if I would love it as much. But we're winning and we're scoring and we're getting up and down. The guys seem to be having fun. I love Boyd getting the crowd pumped up. Not everybody. A lot of people say, "Doesn't that bother you?" And I'm like, finally, we have we've been built on humble players that don't do anything, and the Kohl Center crowd can sometimes be a little quiet. So I love Boyd. I love his energy. It's not fake. It's who he is, and that's why I think it works. And this team has been really fun.
So it's amazing to hear you say that because you have been a longtime defender of the success, even if it wasn't aesthetically pleasing all the time. Tausch made a great point early in the week, though, that he feels like...
Boy, how do you keep track of all those great points?
Yeah, well, believe it. There weren't as many as there usually are earlier in the week, but that's another story for another day. About whether or not the selection committee or just college football writ large looks at Wisconsin and still thinks of what it was and not what it is. Do you think that there's a stigma attached to it because of the success you guys had, but the way you had it?
100%. Yeah, the brand has been established for so long now that even the people that know and shouldn't have to preface it. If you're watching some in-depth college show that only a diehard would watch, they're still saying, this isn't your father's Badgers, and which means me. And I'm like, okay, but like the last 2 years that they've really ramped it up. But even so, they haven't been the Dick Bennett, the real slow it down style for quite some time. And so I guess it's just going to take a while. And certainly the success helps. If we were playing faster and not making the tournament, that brand would probably stick around longer. But a few more years of this, and I don't see Coach Guard changing. He's enjoying it. I was with him last week, and I know he's having fun. And he even said it's easier to schedule games now because before guys didn't want to come out. They would literally tell him, "I don't want to play you because I want to score more than 50 points." So I think schedule making will be easier, and then the brand is going to slowly turn.
All right, Mike, can you kind of just take us inside this backcourt? Because this has been down at the Big Ten tournament last weekend. They put on a show, just dynamite. And then you were able to have Rapp go off in the Michigan game to keep that one tight. But you were there from the jump. I saw you the opening night. And where has this team made its biggest improvements over the course of this year?
I think two places. I think defense in particular. They're not a elite defensive team by any stretch, but they were poor, I thought, early in the season. And that just exposed them. If you want to play fast and you're bad defensively, then you really better be sharp on offense, and they weren't there. So the defense has gotten better. I think Rhodey does a good job, kind of an unsung hero of the team, chasing guys around. Because they've got to cover up for some spots. Boyd is not a long, fast defender. He's there to score and run the offense. and Blackwell sometimes get in foul trouble. So I think defense is the biggest. And then, you mentioned Rapp. To me, when their big guys are hitting from the outside, that's when, as an opposing coach, you're going, how do I stop this? It's just too hard. And early in the year, Rapp struggled. He wasn't hitting shots. Bieliauskas had the nice Michigan game, but that was kind of his breakout from the outside. And he hadn't done much of that until the Big Ten tournament, other than Purdue, and that was a big road win. So to me, it's defense, and then it's their bigs hitting some outside shots. Because we used to have Crowell, or before that it was Ethan Happ. We had guys we could, get a post touch and get an easy bucket, and we don't really have that. It's why, if you worry about anything, it's when we need a bucket and we're still shooting threes and not hitting, the hoop can start to look small. So that would be my concern. But when the big guys are hitting, everybody's hitting.
Yeah, and that's Blackwell taking it to the hoop, right? That is basically our post game, right? Him and Boyd.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. And he sometimes, he gets called for that push off. He's so physical, he's so strong that even kind of, if they've got, I don't know if they've got sets or just asking him to do it, it's not always. He doesn't go in and finish with a slam. Sometimes it's a push off and it's a fadeaway, and not even those aren't the easiest of shots.
Talking with Mike Kelley on the Yuengling guest hotline. All right, Mike, what you said at the end of your initial answer there to Tausch, I want to go further on because I was watching Miami of Ohio last night, and I think they typify what the game is now, and I'm not going to make any more jokes that are offensive about your offense, okay? But there are so many teams, and the Badgers are part of this. You were just explaining with the big guys having to hit outside shots. Like, the one thing that makes me nervous when I fill out a bracket and I want to put the Badgers all the way into the Final Four is if they are heavily reliant on the three, that one game that comes along where you go 3 for 20 and you get cooked, right? So when you look at this team and what it is able to do from beyond the arc, what if they are not hitting? Can they still win games, and how do they do it? Because watching Miami of Ohio last night, they had these long stretches where they couldn't buy a three, but they shoot at such a high volume that they eventually started making them again, but they shot like 53 pointers in the game.
Yep. The thing that makes me feel better, and I agree, Jason, it's definitely a concern. But, I mean, not hitting shots is kind of a concern for everybody at a certain point. But nonetheless, I think the tournament, the last couple years, like the James Madison game definitely comes to mind. But even watching non-Wisconsin games, to me, the tournament is officiated differently. In fact, it's so stark to me that it feels like the refs have been told, let it go. We don't want kids in foul trouble. And it is incredibly physical. Guys are getting pushed all over the court. The game itself has gotten more physical, but I feel like the tournament ramps up. And that has been kind of the blueprint that people have taken to try to beat Wisconsin, is just blowing up those ball screens, pushing the big men, pushing the guards out. And some teams have had success. Now, I think, clearly the Wisconsin staff knows about it. They're cognizant of how it's done. I think other teams have tried that during the year. This team seems ready for that. I think Boyd's quickness is tough. You can try to get physical and into him, but you're just inviting him to go by. And I think they've been defended like that. So I feel better. Certainly the staff, I mean, they've got wrinkles in the offense for switching teams, for physical teams, for drop coverage, for all the different things people might throw at them. And I think the more you run this system and you practice and play against teams and how they might defend you, the more ready you're going to be for that. So I do feel better about it. I don't think they're going to get kind of smacked in the mouth by physicality and have that. Because sometimes what happens is the first 5 minutes are bad, but then it becomes a mental thing. You got to play your way through it. So if you can avoid that cold stretch in the beginning, kind of missing your first 5 or 6 threes, getting some slips or getting some action at the rim, then everything eases and mentally you're in a better spot.
Mike is a great defender. I'm still amazed. Is Boyd just that good? Because I would think every scouting report says, hey, make him go right. And nobody can make him go right. So you're obviously a great defender. Why is that? Is it just his skill?
It's a good question about the lefty thing, because Michael Redd was actually Tony Bennett was the toughest left-hander I had to guard in practice. But Michael Redd was the toughest in games. But it wasn't because of quickness. Michael Redd was long and could shoot the three. So I don't know, but I will say guarding lefties is unique. You just don't do it as much. So I wonder if the fact it's not so much that he's fast, but if being a lefty is also part of the special sauce that makes him great. Because man, I mean, everybody clearly knows, and you can almost see him hesitate and use that little hesitation hop before he takes off. And everybody knows he's going to just take off, and he still does, and he still gets by people. It's impressive. It's really fun, and they've been better for it. I think he's got more comfortable in the system too. I thought early he didn't trust it. I didn't think he was letting the ball get out of his hands and then getting it back, which kind of puts your teammates on the defensive too.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't trust the offense and they don't trust you're going to pass, it's sort of a cascading effect. But he's gotten better, and as a result, everybody's gotten better.
God, that's a great point. That is such a good point about early in the season. How would you defend him then? I don't think High Point or Arkansas is listening to our show. So how would you defend him, given your resume?
Boy, the first thing I'd do would be probably give him a step and see if he's hitting an outside shot. I mean, he certainly shoots it at a good clip, but he's not an elite 3-point shooter. I think you always want to take away what someone does best and make them beat you with their secondary stuff. So I'd probably back off, and I would need extra steps because he's so much faster than me. But that would be my take. And sometimes you got to just hope a guy's missing.
All right, Mike, we know you have other work and other things that you need to do. So last thing, high school shot clock, both girls and boys, a lot of debate about it. Where do you come down?
I'm a bit in the middle on it.
You're Wildean it. Oh, you don't have no opinion.
Yeah, this is why we're friends, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, you two should do a show.
This might not be a hot take. I despise coaches who stall on both sides, the offense and the defense. I don't think it's the spirit of the game or competition. In those settings, I almost wish the ref had the ability to just, they blow his whistle, make a turnover or something. Like we got to play the game. On the other hand, high school kids, I'd be for like a 40-second shot clock, something that prevented stalling but also allowed you to run an offense. I don't like the sort of whitewashing of all offenses to 5-out, dribble drive, find double gaps. That's a way to play. I don't think it should be the only way. And I think when you put a shot clock on, it's gonna have some unintended consequences. Honestly, as a defensive coach, our high school team has been incredible defensively, and teams take forever. We run a pretty unique zone, and teams just have a hard time cracking it. So a shot clock would have benefited us. It would have helped our ability to compete at the highest level, but nonetheless, I don't know that I certainly don't want a 30-second shot clock. Let's put it that way.
Okay. That's a strong answer.
He's
strong.
And you can join Kelley and Wilde once a week during the basketball season next year. So in all seriousness, Mike, before we let you go, like obviously you have a real job. We know that, and we appreciate you taking time away from it to join us today. But like, and let me be very clear, at a much, 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 much lower level, Sydney didn't play basketball this season. She wanted to focus on volleyball, and I had basketball withdrawal. I missed watching her play. I just missed going to games and sitting on the end of the bench and cheering because I didn't have any real insight from an X's and O's standpoint. What are you going to do without basketball? You're just going to sit and heckle refs with Tausch at the Kohl Center? Like, what's your plan?
No, I've actually we just agreed to terms. He's going to help our Eleanor's 7th grade girls basketball team.
It's a pretty long commute for him.
Virtual. No, we've given him the opportunity to go virtual. We're going to get that mercy play. We're going to get the mercy play. It's a dribble handoff. Mike, you'll like this story. I know you got time. We're in the championship game. I am helping out. our play is called Mercy, which is basically like a dribble handoff, and then you try to take it to the hoop. And they continued to defend it, and we'd turn it over. So our head coach would get up and just yell, "No mercy! No mercy!" And we were ahead by 14 points. We have to rename that. Do you have any ideas on what we should call that play instead of Mercy? Because that didn't look good in a Catholic Basketball Association game.
That is rough. So I've made the mistake of letting the girls name plays. So we've got plays called
6,
Skittles
7
and Fortnite. All sorts of. I don't. At least he wasn't yelling "No mercy" in the dojo, which I would have appreciated.
That's exactly what I thought, though, when he was yelling it.
That's good. Yeah, Jason, I will make this a work call and say if anybody listening wants an air compressor, please buy a Roll-Air air compressor.
You sell ice cream, right?
I'll see Tausch at games, and I'm reading a lot of books and trying to relearn Spanish. So that's my current hobbies at the moment.
All right. Well, I am dead serious when I say this. You are so good. I always have a ton of respect for people that take complicated things and explain them in a way that even an idiot like me can understand. And one of the best things that you do is talk basketball in a way that I don't have to have played at your level to understand what you're explaining. And so I am going to twist your arm to join us more frequently now. You got no excuses. You're gonna have to turn off.
Lions roar? It's easier to have a lion to roar than to shear a sheep. Is that what he said?
That is not what he said. Close. Mike,
you're too kind.
We appreciate you, buddy. You're the absolute best. We'll talk to you down the road. Thanks so much.
I appreciate you guys. Go Badgers.
Is anybody else kind of intrigued by a compressor now, too? I'm kind of intrigued.
I got a compressor guy.
I know we're giving away an Iron Jock hoodie. Let's see if Mike wants to give away.
Caller 76 gets a new air compressor from Mike Kelley. We'll work on that partnership. We are so lucky to have him as a friend who shares his basketball knowledge with us because he is so good at that. And if you remember, after he got done playing, he did do color on, was it the Big Ten Network?
Yeah, he was fantastic.
I mean, he's just so smart and so good at explaining things. So we are lucky to have him.
Something tells me he's going to coach again. Something tells me.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. But he's until he does, and even after he does, we will be happy to take him whenever he has time for us. Time now for the aforementioned Iron Jock contest, Tausch.
Indeed it is, and Jesse is so stressed today. We're going to just go. How many teams are in this tournament? It's not 64.
68.
But there was more than 68, wasn't there? Or is that what it was, a 68?
No, that what 68.
68 get in.
Well, that seems too low. But we're doing caller 68 today, and you know what, Iron Jock? I've worn about every workout gear there is. Nothing compares to Iron Jock, their performance apparel, built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, making you feel fresh no matter how hard you work. From the gym all the way to the pickleball court, Iron Jock will keep you dry, comfortable, and confident now through March 22nd. Our fans, 40% off all Iron Jock hoodies with the code HOODIE40. That's HOODIE, HOODIE 40. Iron Jock helps you look good, smell good, and keep showing up. Shop now at ironjock.com. Right now is your chance to win that Iron Jock hoodie. Caller 68 to win a very beautiful Iron Jock hoodie at 844-770-3776.
Just trying something new out there? Is that what that was?
I thought that was good. That was like my compressor voice.
Compressor voice. Caller 68 right now wins the hoodie. 844-770-3776. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
We're on the Badgers.
All of the great moments, beating Illinois, beating Michigan State.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
It doesn't mean anything at all if they don't get to a second weekend of the NCAA tournament.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN.
Wisconsin weather doesn't wait, and neither should you. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we make upgrading your home simple. Right now, order today and get 0% interest until 2032. You heard me right. 0% interest all the way until 2032. Upgrade your windows and doors now and pay over time without paying interest. With our 10-year limited warranty, you can feel confident in your investment. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. 3/31/2026.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
For over a century, one family has helped generations move forward. Christofferson Moving and Storage. They've built a legacy of trust, celebrating 120 years in 2026. With transparent, upfront pricing, highly trained professional crews, and flexible services designed around you, they protect your home and belongings with expert care and clear communication every step of the way. Let them handle the heavy lifting so you can focus on what's next. Christofferson Moving and Storage. Your best move since 1906. Get your complimentary quote at ChristoffersonMoving.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. And now, through March 22nd, our listeners can get 40% off all Iron Jock hoodies with the code HOODIE40. That's HOODIE40. Iron Jock helps you look good, smell good, and keep showing up. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Hold your friends close and your rivals closer on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
For the first time in a while, I will actually be disappointed if they don't make Sweet 16. This team I feel different about. It has a lot to do with the guard play that they don't normally have. Blackwell is better than he was last year, and Nick Boyd is better than Tanjay by a little bit. So those two players being better elevate the team. Yes.
Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Everyone plays like a champion at TPC Wisconsin. Our friendly community shares one thing, a passion for world-class golf. Women, men, and youth golfers all love the course. The $25 million upgrade is impeccable, and the list of amenities is more than impressive. But belonging where the shared pursuit of excellence is a daily practice and not just a tagline? That might be the best part. Join today and pay no dues until April 1st. Discover belonging. TPCWisconsin.com.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Thanks again to Mike Kelley. If you missed the member of the 2000 Badgers Final Four team and now former coach at Brookfield East, you can find that in the ESPN Wisconsin app a little bit later, or you can just rewind on YouTube to find it there, but he was phenomenal. I don't think we have down the lion sheep quote accurately yet.
We'll get it figured out.
It's easier to teach it's easier.
You don't have it.
No,
so just don't start.
It's easier to tame a lion than to teach a sheep to roar.
You should have something in there about shearing.
There was nothing about
I know,
cheering.
but there should have been. We'll make it better.
You were in awe of the
No, it was
quote
really
when he
good.
said it, and
Because
now
I
you
love
want to
it.
improve it?
Yes, I love it when people bring great stuff. I like that.
Well, that was one of the many things that went that were fascinating in our conversation with him. So be sure to check that out. Tausch, do you feel better, worse, or the same about the Badgers' chances of not just winning today or moving forward when you listen to him talk about what he likes about this basketball team?
I feel the same. Like Mike said, I've been fortunate to be able to catch up with him a bunch throughout the season, and I think we all have seen this team go from a little helter-skeltery and, really a bunch of individuals really playing and not playing off of each other. And now I do think you see the Killer Bees with their you could just see their chemistry and understanding where they need to space. And, the bigs have figured out how they need to space to give, it's almost as if I think John Blackwell came back and they gave him a nice NIL deal to come back. And it was almost like he needs to be the guy. And I think whenever you can kind of look at the big picture and say, we're going to be a lot better if we let everybody eat, and it can't just be about me grabbing a plate. That is how the vibe feels. So I'm always, when you shoot as many threes as we do, you're always a little bit nervous because if you're not hitting, and especially when you're on the road and the pressure is upticked, it can that hoop does get smaller and it gets tougher. And I don't know. We have the ability to drive it to the hoop and get some hoops, but we don't have that lean on the interior like we have in the past. So we don't hit threes, we're going to be in dogfights. I don't care who we're playing.
Yeah, I thought what he talked about there was interesting. I also thought the one thing that has changed for me was watching them earlier in the season, including in some of those games on Peacock, that I kind of felt Nick Boyd was like a 1-on-5 guy, right? Like he got the ball and you never saw it again. And I think the way that their offense has developed now, where he still gets his, but gets it in what would appear to be a healthier way, if that makes sense.
I love disagreeing with you, but it makes complete sense.
That's been really fun to watch. And look, that's probably the reality of today's college basketball, right? Kind of like we talk about with the NFL and teams playing their guys less and less and less in the preseason. Like those first few regular season games look different than maybe they looked when you were playing into the third quarter of a preseason game to get ready for the season. Now with putting together new pieces every year with the transfer portal, that's probably part of it too. But it's been fun to watch that growth and development. And I don't want to get my hopes up, but I am very eager to see what they do, this group in the tournament. All right, we've got more to get ready for that game. I want to get into some Packers-related stuff, including we need to talk about Rasheed Walker, because there was a piece of information that came out today that I found to be
we ain't getting a comp pick for him.
Not great, Bob, as some might say. What is great is our partnership with Steinhafels. They've been with us from the very, very, very beginning. And right now, hey, if your mattress is older than 7 years old, which mine isn't, because I got one from Steinhafels before we even finally got our couch, that was definitely older than 7 years. It's time to get to Steinhafels and find a new one during their Mattress Madness sale. Their sleep experts will match you with the right mattress for how you sleep. Side sleeper, back sleeper, or even if you snore. He's talking to me. They've got all the top brands, all the great prices, free delivery, and a 120-night sleep guarantee. So check out Mattress Madness at Steinhafels, both in store and online. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. Now you know I've loved Pizza Hut going back to the days when I was a kid participating in their legendary Book It program. I loved it then, and I love enjoying Pizza Hut, making new memories with my family today. And speaking of making memories, it's bracket season, and Pizza Hut's got the watch parties covered. Get a large 3-topping pizza for just $10. Try it on Pizza Hut's new hand-tossed crust, crispy and golden outside, soft and fluffy inside, and finished with garlic parm seasoning. Order today at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. Feed good times with a large 3-topping pizza for just $10 right now at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. Spring football has sprung. Wisconsin football beginning spring ball practices. The first look at new faces, including transfer quarterback Colton Joseph, a top target for Luke Fickell once the portal period opened. Fickell during his offseason appearance on Wilde and Tausch on what Joseph brings to the Badgers.
We were looking for a guy that obviously can extend plays. We're looking for a guy that has athleticism to get himself out of trouble, that can use his feet when he needs to use his feet, but yet he still has the arm strength. If you're not balanced, you can't be successful.
Order today and get 0% interest until 2032 at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Upgrade now, pay no interest until 2032. Visit PellaWI.com.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Talk about stepping up! Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
We're on the Badgers.
Nick Boyd fits Wisconsin basketball the best.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
He is, out of those transfers, the best transfer in Wisconsin portal history.
This is 100.5 ESPN.
So, Jesse, am I supposed to trust you after the way the show has gone so far with this idea you have for brackets? Do you think you're going to be able to execute any of these things, or if we turn the show over to you, are we playing with fire?
I've been working real hard. I think it's going to be good.
By the way, Aaron in Mad City with one of the greatest lines in the ESPN Madison YouTube comments ever. Jesse is supposed to have the day off tomorrow, but it looks like he took today off too. Which I thought was a pretty good shot for someone who doesn't work here.
Burn.
Yeah. Or maybe we wish he had. All right. So
is your heart in Rockford, Illinois?
At the Kohl Center, with my buddies, Tier 1 Tyler and Pepsi Mike and everybody.
Tier 1 Tyler's
hanging
come
out.
back. He's made a
sure
nice
is.
comeback.
Oh, yeah.
You buried him, and now he's kind of scratching his way back up.
It's a fun weekend coming up, and it starts in about an hour. And it's all about brackets.
So wait, are you leaving in 11?
At noon. But the game started at 11:15, and mentally, I'm checked out about 11.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, we're well aware.
Do we? Why don't we just bring in Hunter? I mean, he filled in
Hunter
great
has to
early.
go
Hunter's
do.
over at the Kohl
he's
Center.
doing Kohl Center
He's
games.
all over this stuff.
So there's no one to step in for you. You're going to have to go through the motions.
You're
for an
stuck
hour.
with me today,
Why
baby.
don't you put the Chat GPT AI? Let's see how that works.
Just let that run the show.
Let it run.
Couldn't do worse.
Couldn't be worse
Okay.
than the way it started. Exactly.
So, this is the time of year everybody likes to do brackets, and they do, let's do a bracket of this, let's do a bracket of that. And sometimes I enjoy it, sometimes I don't. What I thought of last night as I was getting ready for today's show, it's all about, we're counting down to Wisconsin and High Point at 12:50 today. We've got all this fun that it's the last hour leading up before the NCAA tournament. So, during today's show, each hour, I have accumulated a bracket with 8 competitors on it for you guys to quickly review and share winners of, and it's going to be a fun YouTube exercise, and it's going to be great. Are you ready?
No.
Yes.
All right.
Let's do it.
Here we have the best Badgers moments since the Barry Alvarez era began. That's who I have seated here in this bracket. Here is what the bracket looks like if you're following along on YouTube.
There's some pretty impressive graphics. Is
Well,
that
you
Chat
really-
GPT?
Oh, yeah,
You
baby.
really went all out on
So
this.
here
didn't
we
you?
go. First up, we have the region of the 90s football
No,
region.
First off, don't put the You're going to put the two biggest things against each other in the first round.
the first
you
round.
got a
It's
punt
by
block.
region.
You got a punt block.
It's by
This
region.
committee sucks.
It's
Whoever
by-
organized these brackets blows.
This is the Nelson Commission of
Yeah,
Athletic
it
Achievement
sucks.
Selection Committee, the
Fire
NCAA.
everybody. Fire everybody that put this together. The 15 and 14 Final Four teams shouldn't be battling each other early.
It is still an audio exercise, so let's go through it. In the first round, we have the region of the...
If this was a visual exercise, it failed, and audio-wise, blech.
We have the 90s football region. We have the 94 Rose Bowl win against UCLA versus Ron Dane's record-setting run corresponding with his Heisman victory. Who wins in that matchup? Fellas?
No, I'm not. I mean, it's ridiculous. This is...
You're not even going to play?
No, I'll play,
You're
but
gonna
I
pull
think...
a Wilde and name that too?
This whole thing is absolutely ridiculous that you're doing this. I was a part of the Dane record and the Heisman Trophy season, but I have to go 94 Rose Bowl UCLA. It's the biggest event you can make an argument in the history of the University of Wisconsin athletics. So
Yeah,
I can't. That wins this whole thing easy, and that should have been up against the 05 Wisconsin-Minnesota punt block.
Look at all
Like, what are we doing?
Look at
punt block?
The fancy graphics that I have are all fun.
All right, 94. By the way, just put 94 Rose Bowl versus UCLA. They win. It's the champion. Boom.
Yeah, this went about as poorly as I anticipated. It's not even close. Like some of the other stuff on here, like
You're going
God
to try
bless.
and put a win against the undefeated Kentucky team against a second round. Now, granted, that game at I don't know if that was Bradley Center or Bradley Center was awesome. That should have been up against this 05 punt block. I feel like you don't know what I think happened, Jason. You don't know what I think happened. So I got in here early today, and Jesse was in here already. I think he grabbed a marker and thought, I'm going to do this right before the show. I'm not going to put any time, thought, or research into it. I'm just going to throw ideas that I thought were cool. Because otherwise, I don't know how this punt block makes it in here.
What is this sheet of like? What's on the other side?
Yeah.
It's sheet of paper.
It's his grocery list.
You guys have totally lost the sense of what this
you can
exercise
see
was
through
all
the
about.
paper. It looks. I hope this isn't some sort of like important.
It's
like
not.
documents.
It's not. What was more impressive, the 2006 men's
his tax
hockey
return.
The men's hockey national championship at the Bradley
Yeah,
Center,
good deductions.
or the volleyball 2021 national championship win in 5 sets over Nebraska? It's a tough
volleyball
matchup.
national championship.
Doesn't matter. They're not.
No,
moving
94
on
Rose
the
Bowl's
bracket
winning the whole
anyway.
thing. Yeah, it's over for him.
21 volleyball.
It's a rout.
There you go.
First national champion.
The Kentucky Final Four win or Wisconsin, Oregon at the Bradley Center.
I think I'm going to pick the World Baseball Classic. I'm going to pick the World Baseball Classic Venezuela win. Put that down. That's
like the World Series, I hear.
That's next up.
The World Series in March.
That's next in the bracket.
All right. I got 2 more of these for later in the show.
The 2012
I can only imagine they get better.
Big Ten Championship versus Nebraska.
That was a hell of a game. That beats the only one that's beating is the punt block, ironically.
Right.
So great matchup. Great job by the lobby of the 12 Big Ten. Brett Bielema, great job organizing that.
Oops. I got to figure out who's on what line here. Okay. All right, I give up.
Oh,
I think our work here.
Hey, why don't you head out? Take a beat. You've had an average week. It's time to go.
We got 2 more of these still to go later.
I don't know
in the
if
show.
we do.
I got Packers ones coming up. I got a Wisconsin Sports Achievement one. There's some good regions coming up here.
I saw some big news from the Brewers yesterday about the new UW Credit Union area that
Kids
they're going to have.
They got a bunch of fun stuff brewing in the plaza, right by that bridge, that walking bridge.
Yeah.
That you come in.
The one where we were for like the opener a few years ago, it was like 6 degrees outside, and we're standing outside doing
it. Very, very windy, and that was for every stage of life. 6 years ago? No, for every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here forever. You proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. They're going to help you reach your financial goals, and if you got cheddar on your mind, UW Credit Union can help. No monthly fee checking and great rates that help you keep more of that cheese. UW Credit Union, location for home loans with UW Credit Union's local experts. A great loan at a great rate is never far from home. Join today. Become a member like I did at uwcu.org. Insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions to apply.
The 10 o'clock hour will begin shortly, and we are going to start with the Rasheed Walker news.
That's going to be in the bracket for disappointment compensatory pick.
I could whip one
options.
up quick if you want me to.
Put that in the bracket.
Not with the same level of graphics, I'm sure. That will kick off.
Did you
at 10
really
o'clock.
think that was a good idea? Did you really?
He did.
I got 2 more.
No, but you legitimately, you came up and thought, boy, this is genius.
Because
I give you this football card idea I've wanted to do for 2 years on Digi Only, and it's a great idea. You refuse to do it. This you decide to chicken scratch on the back of your tax returns, and you put the 05 punt block into grade 8 of Wisconsin moments.
It was in the unexpected outcome region.
The unexpected.
You know what the expected outcome region was? That bracket sucked.
You started
and you nailed it.
complaining about
that was the
region.
expected results, and you crushed
the
that.
The whole point of the brackets is they're by region. We got the Midwest, the West, the East. I got the themed regions to each of these brackets.
I can tell you what you can do with your themes. The 10 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Hi, this is Dave Kane. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, a good Karma brand radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out at 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. Happy opening round of the NCAA Tournament Day. The Wisconsin Badgers, a 5 seed in the West region, take on 12 seed High Point this afternoon. 12:50 Central Time tip on TBS. Local time in Portland, Oregon, where the game is being played, that's a 10:50 a.m. tip which I believe would constitute as the earliest of the season for the Wisconsin Badgers. Badgers listed as 9.5-point favorites according to some sports books. That line has changed and varied anywhere from about 11.5 to 8.5, depending on where you find it right now. Plenty to get you set for the game. If you missed our conversation on Wilde and Tausch with former Badgers guard and UW Athletic Hall of Famer Mike Kelley, find it on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Frank Kaminsky scheduled to appear on Kyle Bruston Nortman this afternoon, sharing his immediate post-game reactions following Wisconsin and High Point in the opening round this afternoon. Also on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel all day long today and tomorrow, the state tournament boys
Metro
basketball.
Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch, which I'm sure will feature another bracket. Gulak.
This next one's a good one.
That's what you said about
That'd
the
be
first
the first one. That was good.
First one was good, too. You guys played it bad.
The unexpected outcome region.
Wasn't the winning a Rose Bowl in '94 unexpected?
Yeah, the whole season was.
Wasn't that unexpected?
Yeah, but that was in the 90s football region.
But it could have been in the unexpected, too.
Well, yeah, like the Badgers could be in the Midwest or the West.
Couldn't you just have done... Never mind.
But that's the number one overall.
Yeah, I'll get ready for the next one. We're going to be good with the next one. You guys talk about Rasheed Walker. How about that?
Sounds like a great idea. Rasheed Walker, per Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network. Remember when we the initial reports were that the contract for Sheeto was 1 year, $10 million?
I did remember that, yeah.
And we have warned many times over the years that until the paperwork is filed, you are relying on agents who have ulterior motives to be giving out statistical information.
Yeah, but these guys all know
contracts.
that these numbers are going to get out, so lying about it isn't going to help anybody.
Well, apparently, whoever the source was for the Rasheed Walker contract was inflating the numbers. It could be worth $10 million, perhaps, but on its face, 1 year, $4 million, 3.215, which seems like a very specific number, million guaranteed. Now, Rasheed Walker goes to Carolina, where their franchise left tackle tore his patellar tendon in a playoff game against the Rams. And their backup, former Packer Yosh Nijman, abruptly retired. So Sheeto is in position to potentially be their left tackle this season. And perhaps play well and earn a big contract there or elsewhere in 2027. But what does this say, Tausch, about what the market thought of him and how off we were in all these pre-free agency lists that had him as the 6th highest rated free agent and the 9th highest rated free agent? What does this tell us?
I don't want to... The easy thing here is to disparage media because they put that out. I'm not going to do that because they're right on a lot of things, too. So I'm not going to, as much as I love disparaging media from time to time, I'm not going to do that. This tells you what the league feels about Rasheed Walker. And by the way, it also tells you what the Green Bay Packers thought of Rasheed Walker because this is a swing tackle. They paid old boy Kennard about the same money that Sheeto got. Now, there would have probably been a different vibe because Sheeto has started enough games here, and you always have to kind of look at how that affects a locker room. And Sheeto would think that he is going to be the starting left tackle. They obviously want Jordan Morgan to be that guy. But there's a couple of different questions that brings. A, did the Green Bay Packers feel like Sheeto was a quality, good starting left tackle? It tells me they didn't. Because you would pay more than $3 or $4 million. In today's day and age, you would just do that. They decided not to. The question I have is, did they know and feel this way at any point last season,
right,
and let Jordan Morgan go and hunt that job? I know there were injuries and that you had to balance some things, but just think how much better we'd feel, because everybody knew going into training camp last year that Sheeto was going to be done after this year. This was the plan when you drafted Jordan. Mm-hmm. Now, that plan could have been usurped if he had really dominated at guard. All of a sudden, maybe then Sheeto, I don't know how Green Bay would have reacted had that been the case. Well, that didn't work the way I think a lot of us hoped. And Jordan Morgan is going to have every opportunity to win the left tackle job. But boy, I'll steal a line from Hamilton. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to have 8 or 10 games of Jordan Morgan out at left tackle and getting that experience and going through some things? Because now you're going in, and yeah, I know it was a big-time game up at the old Metrodome up there at the end of the year that he got. It was not a great day for him, but I'm going to wipe that because that game was just, obviously it was covered incredibly well.
Thank you.
By Channel 3000.
Mm-hmm.
But
appreciate that.
As far as everything else, it was kind of a blech. And we didn't get a lot. And this is where you plan things out. And I do think Green Bay felt Sheeto was going to get a big contract. But as things were going, you would have, if you valued, I always tell you this, people don't trust what people say. Oh, we respect and value you. Well, there comes a time when the proof's in the pudding. And this wasn't a big old bowl of pudding. This is this is one of those shot glasses. A Jell-O shot of pudding. And Green Bay looked at it and said, nah, we're good. For a fifth-year player that's been in your system that long.
And started 52 games for you.
Yeah, it's really disappointing on how that all played out. And I do think, listen, I thought Sheeto was a solid starter that did not finish the season well. Obviously, that Bear game has been critiqued beyond belief. He did not play. He did not play well. He was beaten. He got beat a lot. Myles Garrett. Everybody goes back and shows the Myles Garrett thing, and then he's imitating Sheeto, yelling, "Jordan, get rid of the ball!" And I thought that was really funny. But I'm going to tell you something: great players get beaten by Myles Garrett. I'm not that one. Wipe it. But he didn't play well enough. He didn't get it. But the fact that Green Bay had that little shot of pudding, and they said, I'm good, tells you everything you need to know.
So I guess my other question, though, becomes if this is what the league thought of him.
And it is what the league thought of him.
Then why do you think at no point he wasn't replaced by the former first-round pick?
That, my friend, is a good question for Matt LaFleur, Adam Stenavich, and Luke Butkus.
Right?
Because it wasn't as if everybody was clamoring about how great of an offensive line we had last year. Everybody, including Brian Bulaga, myself, guys that want to say great things about our offensive line, did not. And the question is why? Because they obviously felt that Rasheed Walker was a better option last year than Jordan Morgan. And that makes you pause about what we're doing moving forward. Or at least it should.
Yeah, like if so, were the coaches? Did they just like Sheeto more than the rest of the league apparently did?
Well, no, they would have kept him if they did.
Like it makes me wonder if a player who hits the market and finds this market looking this way started at left tackle all those games and they didn't change their mind and say we got to go to Jordan Morgan. Because, look, they have not been afraid to bench people before.
They valued Kennard. Kennard was a bowl of pudding. Oh, boy, did Kennard, they valued him more than Sheeto. Now, was that because Kennard has got his role? He's going to be a swing tackle and a tight end?
Tight end, yeah.
That's the question, right? I don't know, but it's very easy. I don't need to hear from anybody on this. It's right there. $3.5 million is what they're giving Kennard. I don't know if there's incentives. I don't know all of that, but that when you see that, it tells you how they viewed and how they felt. And for a group that was searching with some injuries and everything else, I guess you could say, well, maybe Jordan Morgan was too valuable because they had to bounce him. I don't buy that. I am very curious if you didn't feel like Sheeta was going to come back at all, and the group didn't play well, and he did not finish the season strong, then what were we doing?
Right. My question is, do they think so little of Jordan Morgan that they felt like Rasheed Walker was still the clear better option to them?
Jason, do coaches love winning?
Yes.
Do they want to have great O-lines that,
yes.
There's your answer.
So they clearly believed that a guy that found the market that looked this way once he hit free agency was a better option than the guy that they had drafted in the first round in 2024. I don't know if Goody agreed with him, but that's what this says to me about the coaches. Which then makes me wonder, how good is Jordan Morgan going to be this year?
I'll say this. All offseason, I've said the receiver room is going to be better, even with Romeo Doubs leaving. I firmly believe that if everybody stays healthy, that group is going to be markedly better. Obviously, Tucker Kraft coming back, tight end group, better. The O-line was struggled last year, and not that this had anything to do, because we all knew Sheeta was leaving. And it didn't matter when I thought he was making $10 million. It obviously is even more eye-opening when he's not. But it does make you wonder, when I know Brian said this a couple weeks ago, and I've said this is going to be, Jordan Morgan needs to be that guy.
Yeah.
And if he's not, whoa.
Mm-hmm. All right, we need to get back to Jesse's brackets soon.
Do we?
No, we don't, but we will.
What is the next one?
This is kind of one of those now where
statues, various statues around town.
It was so bad that I kind of want to do another one to see if that's how bad they all are.
No, it's going to get worse. He literally took some of the biggest moments, so now he's going to get more abstract, and that's going to get worse.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to the next one. After I tell you about Potawatomi Casino Hotel. You don't have to jump on a plane or a cruise ship to feel like you've escaped. You can do that and have your next getaway right in Milwaukee at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Start with the stay. The biggest hotel rooms in Milwaukee, nearly 500 beautifully designed rooms and luxury suites that are perfect for a weekend reset, a date night, or celebrating something big. And you're just steps away from everything that's happening inside. And if you're hungry, and you know I usually am, then there's no better place. You got so many options, from the premium steaks of the Dream Dance Steakhouse to pizza, burritos, and quick bites at the Marketplace, Rock and Brews for that high-energy vibe, Canal Street Cafe, Ruyi Asian Kitchen, Cream City Coffee Company, food and drink specials happening all the time. And if you're planning a wedding, a birthday, or an anniversary, their event spaces are built to make it unforgettable. Sophisticated relaxation, incredible flavor, a full night out all in one place. And that place is Potawatomi Casino Hotel. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here, and the only thing that makes watching basketball better this time of year is enjoying a great game with the cool, refreshing taste of an ice-cold Coors Light. Whether it's a thrilling buzzer beater, a big upset, or a top seed blowing somebody out, every game goes from good to great when you crack open a Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Coors Light is brewed with a 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filter, and cold package, so it's actually made to chill. The mountains on Coors Light cold-activated bottles and cans turn blue. That's when you know it is chilled to perfection, which, besides the refreshing taste, is my favorite thing about drinking Coors Light. Refreshingly cold and only 102 calories. Coors Light is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Gruber Law Offices, serving the people of Wisconsin for over 30 years. Call us today if you've been injured. Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin weather doesn't wait, and neither should you. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we make upgrading your home simple. Right now, order today and get 0% interest until 2032. You heard me right. 0% interest all the way until 2032. Upgrade your windows and doors now and pay over time without paying interest. With our 10-year limited warranty, you can feel confident in your investment. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. 3/31/2026.
Ben Brust here for Zimbrick European. The all-new 2026 Audi Q3 has arrived at Audi Madison. Lease the all-new 2026 Audi Q3 Quattro for $579 per month for 36 months. Offer is only available until March 31st. Stop in and test drive today. Check out AudiMadison.com to browse and see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
Goodman's Jewelers is flooded with joy and ready to welcome everyone back. After being closed 8 weeks, join their grand reopening on Friday, March 27th from 10 to 5 and Saturday, March 28th from 10 to 4. Enjoy special H2O savings and take part in a silent auction during this 2-day celebration. A portion of all sales and silent auction funds will support Gio's Garden, helping local children with disabilities and their families. Head on over to 220 State Street and help Goodman's Jewelers make a difference.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plans set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
We're on the Badgers.
You know, anything can happen in March.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
That's what March is about. Which team has the most confidence, the most swag, and goes out there and does what they do.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We're going to play Take It to the Bank in a little while. But first...
Hey, do you think Goody and Russ were surprised by Shido's deal?
Yeah, I think they probably were.
It's their job to not be surprised about that, though.
Yeah, but I would argue that this is, like, there's a lot of people that know a lot.
Wonder if there's some injury concern. Like, I do wonder if there's more to this story. Because it is really hard to find big guys that can move, and you can critique what you want about the last couple weeks of the season, but it was not. He's not a terrible player. He's not like, and I know that's kind of it feels like that's the vibe because of how it shook out. 7th round pick, I do believe there was some why he dropped as much. I think there was some injury concerns coming in, but he has stayed healthy.
Yeah.
And he's played. And there's a lot of guys that are making more money that I don't know have been as productive as Shido. So I'm sure there'll be more to this story, as Paul Harvey used to always say. But I do think the Packers were surprised, and I just wonder if Goody knew what he knew. If he didn't know now what he did know then, would he bring Shido back? Because if he didn't want him for $4 million, I'm really curious.
Yeah, so that's a great question, and I would say that's exactly why I think that they were surprised. Because even if you wanted to start Jordan Morgan,
got
at
a lot of
tackle
uncertainty,
this year,
man. Bringing him back for $4 million is a heck of a nice insurance policy.
Yep, you're exactly right. So that's what makes me think that they were.
I do
surprised.
think, and this is where locker room dynamics come into play, because Shido would not come back here to be a backup.
No. And he's going to be their starting left tackle there.
He will be the starting left tackle. And Carolina was a playoff team, if my memory serves me, last year, right?
Yes.
So
their tackle got hurt.
I do, for his sake, I hope he, takes this. And I really appreciated Shido. We had him on our show, and it was right after I think Jordan Morgan got drafted.
Mm-hmm.
And I think most guys, especially a first-year starter like he was at that point, would have probably taken – he could take that one of two ways. He took it head on, said, I'm going to win the job. And one of the more surprising moments, we kind of thought that they'd go through training camp. I remember going up for the opening of Dream Drive, and I think they announced Shido starting the left tackle after the ribbon got cut. After Dan Kelly is sitting there struggling with that big old scissors, I think before the ribbon got cut, I think they said, yeah, Shido's our left tackle. So kudos, but just a very – this is why you always want to over-deliver on things. And there's so much stuff out there. Shido's the narrative ran away when I think realistically people were always looking at him as more of a swing tackle or a replacement starter, more so than being the Trent Williams, David Bakhtiari. I don't think anyone viewed him that way, but the market always is looking for good offensive tackles, and in this case, the market showed and said they don't buy that, at least not yet, when it comes to Shido.
You're right about all those things. All right, well, I'm glad we had a smart conversation, because next we're going to do another bracket.
Now, is this Digi only, or are we doing this on the air, too?
No, this is this.
We're doing it on the air.
Oh, this is on the air too?
It's a big day, bracket day. A tournament's getting started. Everybody's all about brackets, so this is something we want to share with everybody.
You know what I should have done? I should have put together no, it's next week. A bracket of these shows that I have not watched that I want to watch.
I got scrap paper if you want to put one together.
Maybe I will.
At 11 o'clock.
Why don't you fire me that, since that paper's so valuable? Fire me that. I think I'm gonna only do 4. I'm not gonna go 8. I'm gonna go 4.
Okay.
And I'm gonna actually let our audience, our fans, pick what show I should start.
Nice.
Okay.
Thanks. Then I'm also looking for national parks. We're still trying to figure out a national park.
Well, we should have done that,
We're going to do national parks that we want to go
Where
visit.
was this in show prep?
The unexpected area. I didn't know that was a national park region.
You could have Grand...
Oh, that's a monument region. We could have regionized the whole dang thing.
You can't have Grand Canyon against Yosemite. Sure you can in the West region.
I legit didn't know we were just throwing really dumb ideas and bracketing them. That's Thursday. It's Dumb Idea Thursday. That's good.
That's not very nice.
True.
What is nice is Associated Bank's great customer service, and you can experience it yourself if you make the switch today. Go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more about that great customer service, about early pay, about credit monitoring, about fraud protection, about Badgers checking, about Brewers checking, about Packers checking, and all the great people that are there as well. It has been a great switch for us, and it will be for you as well. Been there over a decade now. Go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. I have no idea what's going to happen with this bracket next, But that's what's next. So please.
I think you have an idea. I think you have a really good idea.
Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here. People ask, why did I join UW Credit Union? Well, let's break it down. Convenient local branches, easy to use mobile banking app, rewards checking with early payday, and that beautiful Bucky debit card. Also, they've been serving Wisconsin since 1931, which means they have local expertise that's actually local. So stop by a branch or visit uwcu.org to join today and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCAA. Terms and conditions apply.
The Brew Crew are back on March 26th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they open up the season against the Chicago White Sox.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh my goodness, third deck.
Brewers opening day is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in March 26th at 1:10 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Buying a new vehicle should be exciting, and that's what Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb aims to do. That's why they vow to give you the better buying experience. Jim Rutledge here. I've had 3 better buying experiences at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb, and I keep on going back because the experience and the Chevy is fantastic. So if you're looking for a buying experience you're going to want to repeat anytime you need a new or new-to-you vehicle, I recommend you make the short drive out to Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb, because you're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement, with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
Greg Scalzo here for Buck and Honey's. Congratulations to the perennial Best of Madison Award winner by the folks at Madison Magazine. Meet me at Buck and Honey's to celebrate Wisconsin hospitality. Whether you're enjoying the view on the Yahara River in Monona, exploring Wanakee, visiting the OG in Sun Prairie, or checking out the new location in Mount Horeb, you can enjoy the Buck and Honey's experience in a neighborhood near you. Serving lunch and dinner 7 days a week with brunch every Saturday and Sunday. I'll see you at Buck and Honey's.
With me is Sarah Pavlik, business manager at LSM Chiropractic. They have business technology from James Imaging Systems.
In a world where everybody's just a number and everybody's so busy being busy, they make you feel important, and I'm sure they have a lot of things going on.
One thing James Imaging Systems has going on is providing their clients with business technology expertise to get better work done and more value out of every dollar.
Absolutely. I cannot put a price or just a word on the value we've saved in every which direction. My time, again, the company has saved money as well.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation, and unmatched business technology expertise. Right, Sarah?
Correct. Yes. It's nice to reflect back and say we have a partner, not just a vendor.
James Imaging Systems. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
All right. It can't be worse, can it? Can't be worse than the first bracket. It's got to be better than the first bracket.
You wouldn't think.
Oh, I got a hunch it's going to be. I think it's going to progressively get worse.
Okay. We'll find out together as it is time now for Jesse Nelson's bracket number 2.
Bracket day, a little Wilde and Tausch bracketology, and this time in honor of NFL free agency. We're a week into it now, week plus. So,
let me guess.
The committee, the Nelson Commission of Athletic Achievement Committee, the NCAA Selection Committee.
Are you not going to throw anybody else under the bus? This is a solo operation, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have put together a bracket with 4 regions.
We
of the best Packers free agent signings of all time.
Reggie
White wins. Okay, what's next?
Okay, well, I mean, that is one way.
Now in the obvious bracket.
That you could look at it. So,
Okay.
I mean, we could play it out.
Let me
for
guess, you
fun
have him and
anyway.
Charles Woodson going in the first round.
Here's the bracket.
Pretty well done.
Oh, my God.
So we have the Super Bowl champion bracket.
I'm going to say this.
Region.
For bang for your buck, I'm putting Desmond Howard in the championship.
So in the first region, we have Charles Woodson versus Desmond Howard.
Is that a bang for your buck, or is it just on achievement?
You can use whatever criteria you want to put
anything
on it.
that can save anything that can save this bracket.
So what criteria would you use when comparing Charles Woodson and Desmond Howard? Who is the better
Well, the only
signing?
way Desmond wins is Super Bowl MVPs and or bang for your buck, because Charles Woodson is the second best free agent signing we've had in the free agency era.
So who's your pick?
In that battle?
Yeah.
Well, Charles Woodson.
Yeah, we can't. There's no.
Like, if you had Desmond Howard and Billy Turner, well, that's an interesting little battle.
It's not an interesting.
Desmond to win.
What about Desmond Howard and Xavier McKinney?
Well, so now we have
Desmond Howard.
How about we go down to the modern?
Right. I would agree.
The modern current Packers era region: Josh Jacobs versus Xavier
Hobbs.
McKinney.
Take it,
Not
Hobbs.
Nate Hobbs. He's not on the bracket.
Aaron Banks.
Hobbsy.
Josh Jacobs versus Xavier McKinney.
Mark Bullrichter.
Who's been the better signing
Xavier
so
McKinney. X-Man.
I was going to pick Josh Jacobs.
Great, Jesse, you're the tiebreaker.
I think McKinney, because when Jacobs has been out, the offense has generally been fine.
Okay. But with Xavier in there, they gave up 25 points, and he dropped a pick that ended up...
That's true. That did happen.
It's a tough call. This was a tough one. This was your best one.
Yeah, see? Now you're getting the game a little bit.
The only good one
No,
we've
the volleyball and the hockey was good, too. That was good.
Yeah,
that was a
thank
good...
you.
Your bottom left has been a good
All
setup.
right, good. Now we go
Everything else has been just god-awful.
Let's go up to the pass rush region, which is Preston and Zadarius Smith on the same line. They count as one versus Santana Dotson.
Why didn't you put Santana Dotson and another player like Sean Jones, who was the defensive end opposite Reggie, who's also was a great player, so at least to be 2-on-2.
You know what? The committee is worthy of being critiqued. That's part of what stirs conversation around the sport. Good observation, Jason.
Who was the guy that we signed probably my second or third year? Joe Johnson.
Definitely.
Joe Johnson should be on there. This one goes. This one's a little bit trickier.
I was just about to say this is the best one I've seen.
Nah, I think that bottom left, but I'm going Santana.
Santana and Sean Jones advance. I agree. They helped the Packers win a Super Bowl, and the Smith brothers did not.
And you're not.
But the Smith brothers, they did a great job of interviewing together. That was a fun little. I thought that was fun.
Largely unproductive.
Are you even going to entertain a Reggie White versus Julius Peppers
Reggie wins this thing, and it's not close. You can just move it along.
Yeah.
Charles versus Reggie, and Reggie wins that pretty handily.
Okay. Well, then I will. Anything you'd like to say to actually help with the exercise a little bit here?
Yeah, this was better than the first bracket.
Yeah, it was
but marginally so.
You did get better. Reggie White, you can make a really good argument, is the most impactful outside of maybe Drew Brees. But if you want to start looking at other things, if it's just on the field and the impact in flipping a franchise, it's Drew and it's Reggie. Those two free agent signings completely turned organizations, cities, franchises around. I don't know who else you could put in that category. Help me out. There are others, but Drew and Reggie are your two greatest free agent, impactful signings that I can recall.
Yeah, I don't think that there's been a lot of big money signings over the years, and maybe I'm blanking on some of them that were transformative, but Reggie White he's not only that, but he's kind of the godfather of free agency, right? Like, he was leading the charge for there to even be free agency, and then once he hit free agency, he was the big fish. So no one springs to mind as even in the same conversation as him.
Yeah, Drew Brees is in the same conversation. New Orleans stunk. They got wiped out. They were no interest in bringing him. Chargers let him go, and then he led them to all that success and a championship. Yeah, Drew Brees is there.
Right, but he was. But I agree with what he accomplished. But like, he was. I don't think he was. He was not projected that way, right? Like, as you mentioned, the Chargers didn't even feel the need to keep him.
Yeah, but I mean, if he hadn't ripped his shoulder up, but he did, so take that into account. But if he hadn't,
I'm here to report that the NFL.com list of the greatest free agents agrees with you. Reggie White 1, Drew Brees 2. Would you like to guess who 3 is? He's a quarterback.
Okay, a quarterback. Tom Brady.
Close.
Peyton Manning?
Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning?
Yeah.
Or Peyton?
Motivated Manning.
You did the painting at the Sendix thing and I made the joke about Peyton Manning.
Yeah, no, I liked it. That was fun.
Okay, all right. Just in case you're wondering, number 4, Deion Sanders.
Yeah, that's big.
Number 5, Kurt Warner by the Arizona Cardinals. Charles Woodson is 6th.
Yeah, pretty good job by for a team that draft develops and now draft and releases or replaces.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good job when you do dabble in that little pond we call free agency.
Right. But to your point, and to our point, not a lot. I mean, this list: Curtis Martin is 7th, Rich Gannon is 8th, Shannon Sharp to Baltimore is not like that. Not a lot. Nothing compares to Reggie
Sinead O'Connor
and Iron Jock fitness gear as well. No, it's the top 2, and then it's everybody else. Is what I was going to say.
Yeah.
All right, that was better. I can't wait to see what the 11 o'clock hour bracket is.
Improvements.
It could not have been worse, though. You would agree. Like, it was almost impossible for it to get worse.
Oh, just wait. It could.
You don't know what the last category is coming up a little bit later.
Are you going to try, and you're not going to tell me for fear of premature
No.
criticism?
Just because Breaking Bad or Lost, which of those shows should I watch?
Well, wait a minute. We could still do it. Why don't we do this bracket next?
Because I'm not going to go and draw this up. I don't know the other. These are the 2 shows I want to watch. I'm not going to.
You're not counting Landman?
I'm already watching Landman.
Okay.
No, but not really. You've seen like 2 episodes.
We got a little spring break thing coming. I'm going to hopefully get caught up with maybe the whole thing. Maybe. I think I'm in episode 8. I think there's only 10 and the new season's completely out.
Okay. Good luck. All right. Well, I'm still curious. You can tell us what these shows are that are in contention.
What are a couple others? I just want 4.
Paradise.
Okay. No, but I want old shows. Like Sopranos could be on there. I haven't watched all of Sopranos. The Wire could be. Yeah.
Okay.
Legendary shows that I haven't watched.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're gonna go to the text portion of the Carbless Talk and Text line. 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776.
I wish I hadn't watched Entourage because I'd love to go back and watch that fresh. But I did watch
it's been so long. Don't you think a lot of it would feel fresh?
Maybe.
I do recommend The Wire. It is extremely well done. Here's what I would like. Text us your suggestions for shows that Tausch should stream.
And then we'll bracket it up.
Yes.
Okay.
And we got time to do that.
I think I gave 4 that are going to be tough to beat, though.
West Wing.
I haven't watched it. That sounds like it'd be up my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Wings. Watch Wings.
I was flipping through channels the other night, and that is on in syndication on some
Which channel?
Remote channel.
Oh,
yeah,
can you tell me which channel that is?
I did not make note of it. I will have to do a little more research on that. All right. What shows should Tausch stream? 844-770-3776. That's the Carbless talking text line.
Put Breaking Bad from me in there, since it doesn't allow me to put it in there. Can you, in my proxy, can you put Breaking Bad?
Of course.
Okay.
Where do you want us to put that? The text line?
No, in the deal.
The bracket.
The little YouTube chat. The thing that they won't let me, even though I subscribe to both ESPN, Madison, and MY, they won't let me do it.
Uh-huh.
Can I tell people about Thanalysis? No?
Please.
Okay.
Big day today.
I don't think anybody has stopped you.
No, he kind of did. Breaking news from the team at Thanalysis Live with Ric Flair as the featured guest. Right now, it's a special event for next Friday's show. Buy one and we buy the other. That's right. Thanalysis Live is one of the biggest nights in Wisconsin sports, and we don't want anyone to miss out. So if you buy one ticket, ESPN Wisconsin is going to buy the other. Be there for the night that will have everyone talking. March 27th at the Riverside Theater. Thanalysis Live is completely unpredictable with Thanasis Antetokounmpo and surprise guests. Were you there when Stephen A. Smith joined? What about when Bobby Portis showed up and brought down the house? Were you there sitting when Giannis walked onto the stage? Thanalysis Live is can't miss. So go to TALiveshow.com, TALiveshow.com. That's where you get the tickets, and enter the code ESPN WI BOGO. Okay, ESPN WI BOGO at checkout. That's ESPN WIBOGO. When you check out, that the stars will be out. Woo! And so should you. Buy one, get one for Thanalysis Live on March 27th at the Riverside Theater, TALiveshow.com. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
We're on the Packers.
It's never been about beating the Bears or the Vikings. It's about winning a championship.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
There is an intensity deficit, and there won't be now.
Agreed.
Those days are gone.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. Well, it's bracket season, and Pizza Hut's got the watch parties covered. And right now, get a large 3-topping pizza for just $10. Try it on Pizza Hut's new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden outside, soft and fluffy inside, and finished with garlic parm seasoning. Order today at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. A large 3-topping pizza for just $10 on Pizza Hut's new hand-tossed crust. Pizza Hut, feed good times. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhafels. Upgrade your sleep game during Steinhafels Mattress Madness. Get top brands, unbeatable prices, free delivery, and a 120-night sleep guarantee. Only at Steinhafels. Spring football has sprung. Wisconsin football beginning spring ball practices. The first look at new faces, including transfer quarterback Colton Joseph, a top target for Luke Fickell once the portal period opened. Fickell during his offseason appearance on Wilde and Tausch on what Joseph brings to the Badgers.
We were looking for a guy that obviously can extend plays. We're looking for a guy that has athleticism to get himself out of trouble, that can use his feet when he needs to use his feet, but yet he still has the arm strength. If you're not balanced, you can't be successful.
Order today and get 0% interest until 2032 at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Upgrade now, pay no interest until 2032. Visit PellaWI.com.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 27 locations in this great state. Headquartered in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paints you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Staying on Wisconsin sports never stops with the Jump Around podcast.
It's insane. And I think the big X factor for me is the energy he brings. I feel like that's his X factor. I've never seen someone hype up the Kohl Center since a Frank Kaminsky and a Sam Decker like Nick Boyd does.
The Jump Around podcast with Jim Rutledge and Pablo Iglesias. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions. Streaming live every Thursday at 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Goodman's Jewelers is flooded with joy and ready to welcome everyone back. After being closed 8 weeks, join their grand reopening on Friday, March 27th from 10 to 5 and Saturday, March 28th from 10 to 4. Enjoy special H2O savings and take part in a silent auction during this 2-day celebration. A portion of all sales and silent auction funds will support Gio's Garden, helping local children with disabilities and their families. Head on over to 220 State Street and help Goodman's Jewelers make a difference.
Make your fitness goals last with Johnson Fitness and Wellness, the largest specialty fitness retailer in the country with 2 locations right here in Madison. At Johnson Fitness and Wellness, you'll find top-rated treadmills, strength equipment, ellipticals, bikes, and more, all guided by certified fitness experts who match the right equipment to your goals, space, and budget. And with white glove delivery and installation, plus flexible financing options, you can build your home gym with confidence. Visit one of their stores today or online at johnsonfitness.com.
We're on the Bucks.
They're showing Giannis that we are doing everything possible to keep you happy.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
The Bucks have the power to force Giannis to say, I want out.
Madison's home of the Bucks. 100.5 ESPN.
844-770-3776. Taking your suggestions for Tausch's bracket of shows that he can start streaming. We'll get back to sports as well during the 11 o'clock hour. Jesse, Aaron in Mad City, who was the one who dropped the zinger on you in the YouTube comments about taking today off in advance of taking tomorrow off. Isn't your show The Blacklist?
I love The Blacklist.
Yeah, he does too. That's his suggestion
okay,
for
so
Tausch.
that gets in. That's not going to win, but okay.
10 seasons of The Blacklist.
That's a lot.
That's
too many.
It really ends after 8.
It might be too many. They just strung it along for some cash.
Yeah, like it ends after 8, and then it's like overtime for 2 seasons, but you don't really need to do the last 2.
Okay.
He also suggests Prison Break.
I've heard that's good. Okay.
Season 1, one of the best seasons for a show ever created. Geriad, good old Frenchie, has a bunch of suggestions for you as well.
I'll tell you what. So I'm going to be distracted, as you know. I'm in the Everlight Solar Studio.
I heard Jesse turned on the games.
He's turning on the tellies, and I just saw something. I have not watched The Price is Right since Bob Barker, and I don't know if Bob is still alive. Is he still rolling, or did he pass?
He is no longer.
He is no longer.
Oh, R.I.P. to Bob. He is the GOAT. Him and Trebek
Bob is Bob.
Him and Trebek are goatsies. Drew Carey, Jesse loves him. I have not watched the show
Coming up on like 25 years he's been doing Prices Right now. No credit for Drew.
Do you know Adam Sandler produces The Price is Right? This is where you talk.
I did not know that, Tausch.
Okay. Well, that was awkward silence there.
All right. The Adam Sandler associated with The Price is Right is a director and producer who has led the show since 2013. Different.
It's not the same Adam
than
Sandler.
The Adam Sandler.
I thought, boy, would that be weird. Here he is putting all these movies out, playing pickup basketball everywhere. And he's doing Price is Right?
Did that voice do something to your vocal cords there?
We broke them.
I feel like Brian Anderson.
Tough to get into the media industry with the name Adam Sandler and not be the Adam Sandler. I would probably consider
Or you
changing
utilize it to your advantage like Adam Sandler just did.
I don't know if that's to his advantage at all. Like, you just mistook him for...
How much hoops do you think Chuck Barkley's watched? College hoops. I think it's pretty minimal, right?
More than you would think.
No, I think it's less than I think.
Like, he didn't watch Jay Billis levels of college basketball. But I don't think he watched Tausch levels of college basketball.
So Dr. Denver Dan in the YouTube comments speaks for all of us when he says, so Tausch asks for recommendations, and then we move on to Adam Sandler running
I'm still listening. Jesse's going to draw up a bracket, and we're going to funnel that thing out.
All right, keep sending those to the YouTube comments and to the Carbless Talk and Text line. Lists is more. We'll kick off the 11 o'clock hour, during which Jesse and Tausch will be watching basketball next. So stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Get ready to unleash the dragon at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
Introducing the region's very first $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Feel the thrill, chase the excitement, and win big. With jackpots soaring to $1 million, your chance to hit it big is here. Come experience the ultimate gaming adventure. Visit Hard Rock Casino Rockford today and play the $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Your legendary win awaits. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's hard rock.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Monte Ball.
Monte steps to the right, dashes, reaches, touchdown.
You listen to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. Happy Tournament Day. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors. Trusted and local experts providing the best quality roof, siding, windows, and doors, expertly installed and at an affordable price. Get your free estimate today at ridgetopexteriors.com. The NCAA Tournament tips off today. The Wisconsin Badgers about 2 hours away from their tip in Portland, Oregon against 12-seed High Point, 5-seed Wisconsin. The Badgers listed as 9.5-point favorites for today's contest, although that line has fluctuated from sportsbook to sportsbook. Wisconsin and High Point tip at 12:50 Central Time, televised on TBS. That's 10:50 a.m. local time in Portland, Oregon, where the game is being played. If you missed any of Wilde and Tausch's conversation with former Wisconsin Badgers guard and Final Four participant Mike Kelley earlier in the show, you can find that on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app. After the Badgers game this afternoon, tune in to Kyle Bruston-Nortman here on ESPN Wisconsin, where former National Player of the Year Frank Kaminsky will join the show, share his analysis from round one of the tournament.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch, continuing to take your suggestions for Tausch to stream during his sabbatical.
Oh, God, he's not even facing us. That was a bad idea.
I just see the MASH. I love Jamal Mashburn as a player back in the day. He's wearing a jumpsuit on air. I love it. Love it.
So you're saying that you're more dressed up than Jamal Mashburn is today?
Today, yeah. I think so.
Well, I would not have expected that. So I told you about 2 days into the most recent, well, I guess this is more recent now, Giannis saga that I was burned out already. Remember that?
Yeah. I mean, we're all burned out on it.
Yeah, but I was an early adopter of being burned out. Now I'm even more burned out. And apparently, did I see this earlier today? I think Jen Latta sent it to us. Toxic is a word that was used about where things stand between the team and the player.
Yeah, that song, Britney. It's a shame we have royalty free, but that song "Toxic" was always good.
It's true. Yes, I believe Adam Sandler produced it too. Jesse, catch me up on this because Giannis wants to keep playing.
Here, I'll catch you up on it. Here, let me give you a quick synopsis. Giannis wanted to be traded before the trading deadline. He didn't want to say it. He knew the team stunk. He knew he wasn't going to do it. I told you when I went to that Oklahoma City game, I'd never seen. He was just very disengaged. Like that's the everybody in the building saw it. I'm sure the ownership, everybody sees it. They weren't going to get a deal done that they wanted. Giannis is a competitor. Giannis decided to come back from his calf injury. He's played. I think that they've tried to acquiesce. He's miserable. He's not happy. And I don't know if anything is going to solve. The Bucks now are looking at it. They ain't making the playoffs. There was a hope when they had that little bit where they would win a little bit, that they could maybe get in the play-in. Those dreams are dashed. It's over. Now he tweaks his knee a little bit, and he's going to continue because he is a warrior. And he is.
Yes, he prides himself on
I want to
that.
make sure everybody understands. I'm not saying anything. I'm not going to say he is a competitive. I love everything about Giannis when it comes to his on-the-court stuff. But I just think there needs to be some maturity on both sides of this. Mm-hmm. And Giannis just has to understand, I know you want to play. I understand all of that. But the season's over. We need to try and secure a draft pick. I don't know what's going to happen with you. I think we all know he's going to get traded, or at least we feel that's my guess. And the best way moving forward is let's finish this season up. Let's give our young guys an opportunity to play, and let's try and get a draft pick that's going to be as best as we can, knowing that we have to swap it with eventually Atlanta. Losing out here and doing it, I know that's not the way to do things. This season's lost. It's over. It's done. It's been done for a while. We all seen that. And that's where this is at. And Giannis, because he's a competitor, he does not want to have anyone think he's not going to scramble and compete to get back to play, even though the games are useless and not going to help you long-term with the franchise. That's where we're at right now with Giannis.
And so now he wants to play, as this story on ESPN.com outlines, and I believe it was our friend Eric Name that had it first. So you're always talking about solutions. You said both sides need to show more maturity. How do you traverse these next few weeks with him without making matters even worse than they already are?
I don't think they're going to be any worse. I just don't think they're in a great spot. So at this point, you just say, this is what we're doing. That's what you do, because there is nothing good going to come from it. What is it going to do if Giannis plays the last 2 weeks? You're worried about injury. Obviously, I heard Evan on Unsportsmanlike this morning bring up an interesting point. If something did happen to Giannis that was semi-serious, it actually wouldn't be the end of the world for the Bucks, because the Bucks could then guarantee that they're going to re-sign him. And I'm like, boy, is that a dark way of looking at things.
Right.
But the reality is there is nothing. The Bucks at this point, you could just say you've already let Giannis make some moves, whether it's coaching and or players. Like, he's been a part of this. You don't have to say he's the GM, because he's not, but he is very involved, and he should be, and he should have been. In this case, for as much as I would say the Bucks should take back control of this, if you want to keep Giannis, which I believe they do, you acquiesce. But as far as the long-term, what the Bucks should do, they should sit down with Giannis, explain it to him, and say, this is where we're headed. This is what we're doing. And then you leave it up to him if he sees that vision for what the Milwaukee Bucks are doing. Because I think letting him just continue to do whatever he wants, it has not worked. It has not worked.
Right. Jesse, look, you obviously felt that this was important enough for us to discuss. I have made my feelings known about the Giannis saga. I'm kind of at the point now where whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I just want it to happen, so we're done with it. I guess I'm curious where you stand on this and why you feel this was vital for us to discuss.
I always think it's interesting, and especially given Tausch and your experiences covering Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers and some of the other greats that have come through Green Bay, like how it ends for legendary players with different organizations, especially the ones who are beloved. Like Giannis will probably go down in the history books as the greatest Milwaukee Bucks player of all time.
No, he is. There's no kind.
It's not even close.
No.
I agree. I wasn't around for Kareem and all that, but to me, it's Giannis and it's not close.
Yes.
So the ending of how that run looks in Milwaukee, everyone would hope that it would be like Kobe's final year with the Lakers, where you go around and you have this big celebration. And
by the way, the Lakers stunk in Kobe's last couple
They did,
years.
but you played your entire career with one team.
I don't care about rocking chairs and anything else. Giannis still has good years left, and okay, continue. But I'm not interested in rocking. I'm not interested in rocking chairs.
What did the end look like for Tim Duncan with the Spurs?
Strong.
What's it going to look like for LeBron? We know what it looked like for Michael Jordan.
You know what it looked like with Tim Duncan? Tony Parker and Manu carrying the load, helping the old man get another one. That's what it looked like. And Kawhi Leonard. We don't have that.
And that's why I think this is fascinating, because it definitely feels like we've turned the page, and it's now, how is this going to end? Is the not when it's going to end or if it's going to end.
It's going to end badly.
Does it feel, Jesse, does it feel to you like those two quarterbacks you mentioned? Because those were both, they drafted their replacements. The organization kind of started the clock and sent the message.
It was not a good comparison. I don't want to be mean to Jesse. But
I'm not saying there is a Well, I guess I'm saying there's a comparison. I'm not saying it is like that, though.
Let's just cut right to the juice of this whole deal. Let's just cut to it. Let's stop mincing and I think it's interesting.
What?
Is Giannis going to be on the Milwaukee Bucks in October of next year? That's what this comes down to. All of this other stuff is moot. Oh, is he going to play the last 2 weeks of a season that's been absolutely garbanzo? It's been a bad year. There ain't no spin in it. Giannis has missed 32 games. We haven't won with him. We haven't won without him. It's just been blah. We stink. What are we going to do? Are we going to try and reset this or not? Is Giannis going to be in Milwaukee playing for the Bucks in October of next season? That's what this comes down to.
No.
I agree.
I agree, no.
But I guess my question, other than pride, right? I mean, look, Aaron Rodgers played with a broken left wrist, but the Steelers had something to play for. They made the playoffs, right? Other than pride, and I always play through everything, and I'm a warrior, which you said at the very beginning of this conversation.
I agree. That plantar fascia you fought through this year was pretty much legend. Oh, I thought you said you.
We respect.
Doc McKenzie, respect the heck out of getting you back up out that car and getting you back covering the squad.
Suggestions for shows that Tausch can stream. Other than just the pride of I play through everything, like Favre once did. What is the upside for Giannis to play?
Players want to play.
That's
it. There is no other upside, Jason.
I mean,
and by the way, I admire the heck
I do
out of
too.
That.
I do.
But that's not for. It's not his. That's the tricky part of this. But the bottom line is he going to be a Milwaukee Buck next season? The answer by almost everybody that is answering the question right now is saying no. So then what are we talking about? You do what's best for your organization. That's what you do.
Which is having him not play, and you're just going to piss him off further, and that's life in the big city. Because he's going to be gone anyway.
Now you got to do what's best for the organization. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know if he's going to be there. It would certainly be intriguing to find some of those answers. That next week, right? You were just, woo! Be interesting to find out. Probably get some good insight if he is there, which I don't know if he is.
Yeah, I don't know either. It would be a surprise guess. There are some others that I hear
just
are
for
being
historical
rumbled about.
references, and I'm not going to say yay or nay. Historically, TA has done, 2 or 3 of these, right? Jesse, you're the historian on the panel.
Yeah, there's at least 3.
I think this is the 4th.
I feel like Giannis has been at a bunch of them. I'll just put it that way.
Okay.
That's what I'll say.
Hopefully he's there, and we'll all show up because we got BOGO, so you could buy one ticket and I'll take the free one.
And it's like a legit BOGO. I've been a big proponent of getting rid of the BOGO half off. No.
That's
buy one, get one free. There ain't no BOGO 3/4 percentage points off. Like, if you're going to BOGO something, BOGO it.
That's actually a really good point, and there's been a proliferation of the buy one, get one half off, which is just a total scam. What is not a scam is Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Am I right?
No BOGOs needed here. Our homes need to be ready for just about anything in Wisconsin year-round. Just check the weather this week. It's been crazy. That's the beauty of Wisconsin, and that's the beauty of Pella. They focus on quality and durability in everything they do. The right windows and doors vastly improve your home's comfort, efficiency, and style. You will get expert recommendations designed around your home, your needs, and within your budget. Don't miss out. 0 financing till 2032. 2032? How did I say 32? 2032.
Terrific 32.
The terrific 32. 0 financing for 6 more years. This offer does end on the 31st of March. So visit PellaWI.com today to learn more.
Bracket number 3.
So wait, do you want me to do my bracket, or do you want to do Tausch's TV bracket next?
Do we have enough nominees? We could have a 64-show bracket at the rate.
I've got a 4 TV show bracket here based on
let's do this. We will fold in your 3rd bracket into Wonelli, and we will do Tausch's TV bracket next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for the great team at Everlight Solar. You know what month it is? Well, make sure your March is filled with busting brackets and not busting the bank with your energy bill. Well, I'm here to tell you can save money and help save the planet with an easy switch to Everlight Solar. Our family is one of many who made the switch to solar over the last several years, but when we first started, we weren't exactly sure what to do. That's when we met with the team at Everlight Solar, and they outlined the entire process and educated us on the benefits of making the switch. It was super simple. Join us in saving a ton of money and creating a greener environment for our family and the community by switching to solar. Learn more. Schedule a free consultation at everlightsolar.com. That's everlightsolar.com.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
As a mom, I'm glad my son plays school sports. It's where he has fun with his friends. He contributes to the team. Oh, and he stays out of trouble.
Support your school's athletic programs. This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
You ever notice that some people are picky when it comes to their beer? But Yuengling gets it. That's why they brew a beer for every taste. Start with a legend, a Yuengling traditional lager, a smooth amber lager that's been around longer than our great football rivalries. Then there's light lager. It's crisp and easy drinking. Golden Pilsner with a clean, refreshing taste, and the Black and Tan, a perfect blend of porter and Pilsner. Whether I'm tailgating, watching the game at a sports bar, just kicking back, I'm reaching for a Yuengling. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DJ Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Henningsen with Stoughton Health Ortho Team Clinic. I specialize in joint pain and joint pain surgery, specifically hip and knee replacement, including second-time surgery for hip and knee replacement. If joint pain or an injury is slowing you down, you don't have to live with it. We are here to help at Stoughton Health. Come in and we can talk to you about different techniques in order to get you back to doing what you want to do, whether it be walking the dog, going to work, or even playing outside with your kids. We want you to be able to do these things without pain.
Learn more at orthoteam.com.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Here's the thing. Buying jewelry should feel good. Not rushed, not pressured, and definitely not final if it's not right. That's why at Condon Jewelers you can exchange your purchase so you actually end up with what you really want. And when it comes to value, Condon Jewelers offers some of the best prices in the area without sacrificing quality, service, or trust. So whether you're celebrating a big moment or just treating yourself, you can shop confidently knowing they've got your back. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
All right, Jesse, let's see this bracket. I'm sure it's high-quality graphics like yours were.
Hang on, I gotta get our music here. All right, here we go.
Where are you at? Beloit? Where is your mind and body at?
Oh,
right
no,
now?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I still got 2 games to call at the Kohl Center this afternoon, Tausch. I got the Division III semifinals coming up on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Lake Mills, chance to get to the state tournament championship game here this week. All right, so we do have Tausch's.
You know what I'd like to see, since we're talking bracketology?
Sure, yeah.
The Knipples, are they Division I?
They are.
Okay, I would love to see.
Should they have been able to start playing high school basketball when they were in 7th grade?
After you win state championships, I want those 4 teams to play at Fiserv, bracketed out the next week.
All the champions?
Yes. I want you to bracket it off, and you seed. All right, then obviously the Knipples would be heavy favorites. They'd be the 1 seed. They'd play the 4. You could go and you could bracket it out and seed it. I'd love to see that down at Fiserv. I think that'd be fun. 1 day. Or you go 2 days, because you'd have to have a champion. Then there'd be a 3rd place, and you hand out medals.
So you're not
place
third
games.
place.
We love third place.
You got to have a medal.
You're now saying that winning a state championship isn't enough.
No, it's awesome. You don't think they want to see? Because there's a lot of times
you want
division
more kids to lose their last game of their career rather than win it.
I want to see a Division IV or Division III team come back and say, I told you we could play with those boys. That's what I want to see. Okay?
And if they get beat by 45.
Nobody cares. It's like, yeah, that's part of the deal. Big underdogs. I think it'd be fun. Great showcase for hoops. Tell me why I'm crazy. Tell me I'm crazy.
I think you should win the gold ball at the Kohl Center and win a state championship, and that should be your culminating moment of your athletic career for many high school athletes.
You don't want to compete.
We don't need to go lose to the Knipples.
You don't want to compete.
I don't want to go lose to the Knipples.
But you don't think the boys want to take a shot at the Knipples?
I think everybody wants to take a shot at the Knipples.
Stop saying Knipple.
Why? It's their name.
How do you want to pronounce it?
Con's kids.
They're not.
All right, what's our bracket for the TV shows?
So we have the 4 TV shows for Tausch to choose from here. And this is based on all the responses that I saw on the
No Sopranos or
ESPN
Lost,
Wisconsin
huh?
talking. No, Lost actually got some downvotes.
So people don't even get into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sopranos, I think, is just kind of a given because that's one of the greatest shows of all time.
Yeah, okay.
So here are our 4. On the left-hand side, we have Breaking Bad versus True Detective.
So True Detective switches their cast, because I know Woody Harrelson and whatchamacallit did the first one and
Matthew
got rave
McConaughey. And that was really good.
Correct. And it's a new story every season, right?
L-I-V-I-N, living.
And then on the other side of the bracket, we have Peaky Blinders with a lot of
that's
votes.
Good. Okay.
Versus The Wire.
Oh, this
Peaky Blinders, that's with the guy from Tausch's atomic bomb movie that he watched.
That's a British movie. Isn't that about Britain?
It is British, yes.
British.
Might want to watch that with the closed captioning on.
Yeah, this is easy. So I appreciate everybody chiming in. I wish I could chime in with you.
The Wire.
It's Breaking Bad versus The Wire. Like this, and well bracketed, because that's a no-brainer for me. The answer I'm going Breaking Bad to win the championship.
Wait a minute.
So
how long am I supposed to? How long do you want me to pause and have dead air?
Don't you know anything about working in TV?
Yeah, I do.
Here?
I thought my producer could plug in.
Add a little drama. Tell us what you know about the shows.
Breaking Bad, one of the great actors, and I have seen Breaking Bad is listed as the greatest show of all time on a lot of rankings. I've wanted to get into it. I've always kind of steered clear. I'm not a big meth guy. It's not my deal. So I tried to steer clear. The Wire, I've heard really good things about, too. So they're both going to be intriguing. I'm hoping to get to both, but I'm picking right now. I love the dentist from Seinfeld. I think he's been great. He's been on other shows.
Tim Watley.
I'm going Breaking Bad for the championship. That is what I'm going to go with.
Going to the Super Bowl with Tim Watley. So I just want to make sure that we don't clip out of context. I'm not a big meth guy.
I mean, at least he said not. That's good.
I'm just a smaller meth guy. I don't. So I never finished Breaking Bad. It was like the Wire isn't filled with a bunch of heroic characters either. But it just was too dark for me. Like it was just a bunch of really bad people, and it was all varying degrees of bad in Breaking Bad.
You got to have someone to root for in the show.
Me personally, that's how
giving
I'm
it away.
wired.
I haven't watched it.
I don't think I gave anything away.
Okay.
The title's Breaking Bad.
Knipple.
Not Breaking Good.
And Knipple's going to win a chip this week.
So I'm curious. And again, these all feel like pretty daunting undertakings. Like all these shows have a lot of seasons. Not as many as The Blacklist or Law and Order. But you got your work cut out for you, buddy.
Watching TV is not work. I know Jesse thinks it is, but it's not.
And can be.
Is it?
Sometimes.
All right, I am going to start. No, you think kids can watch Breaking Bad, right?
Oh, my God.
What do you mean, no? Like, you're telling me a high school kid can't watch Breaking Bad?
I don't think kids should probably watch any of these shows, if I had to guess.
Really? Okay, that's interesting.
After you watch Wedding Crashers together, did that ever actually happen, by the way?
No, we paused. We put a pause on that.
Do you think Max
I'll
has
be
now
honest
reached
with you, though,
an age where you can watch it?
We watched Top Gun, that first one. There's some stuff going on there now.
When you can watch Wedding Crashers, all these shows become fair game. I think that's a good metric.
All right, well, Breaking Bad, I'm going to watch with Max. He'll watch with me. I don't know if that's good parenting or bad parenting. I'm not interested in anybody's feedback on that. It's probably not great, though.
So can I just make one suggestion, which also has a lot of adult themes?
Yeah, sure.
How about Ted Lasso?
That's nice.
Okay, I'll think about it.
It's on Apple TV.
Yeah, we have that. All right, I'll take a look.
It's not in the bracket,
not on
though.
Peacock. So if it's
I thought it was a little bit premature to take it all the way down to 4 so quickly.
And I'm kind of looking at, because they're doing another season. I want these shows to be dead. I want to watch them while they're rising.
Meth.
Yes.
Are we also going to talk about how you were the one who nominated Breaking Bad to be in the bracket and then it won based on your picks?
That is true. But I'm guessing Breaking Bad would have been brought up.
Predetermined. It's like the NFL season with the script.
I don't think you were very open to any of the other options that were in the bracket.
The Wire is very close. Had you put Sopranos in there, I think it's a dogfight. I think Sopranos in a dogfight.
All right, I had higher hopes for that, but then again, I've had higher hopes for all of our brackets so far today. And other than Santana Dotson plus Sean Jones versus the Smith brothers, I feel like I've been disappointed. So we've got one more left. It will be included and folded into Whoa Nelly. It is coming up after Tausch tells us about the next Annex Wealth Management.
Oh yeah, when I return from spring break, I will have a fun little announcement. We're not there yet, but we're getting close. And you know what? Jesse was filling out these brackets on the back of his tax forms. When you did your taxes this year, what did you notice? Things look different? Well, there's a lot of changes, a lot of new deductions. I think you got a new car, didn't you, Jell? Did you get a new car this year?
Sure did.
Couldn't get it out of his
car
driveway,
loan
though.
interest deduction. You probably earned some tips when you're up bowling and doing that bowling announcement.
Nope.
Well, you should have, and if you did, you'd get a deduction for that. You definitely work overtime, right?
Oh, yeah, they do.
I don't think anybody thinks you work overtime, but if other people do, there's a deduction for that. Jason, senior bonus. You getting your deduction for the senior bonus? You should.
God, you're such a jerk.
The standard deduction is higher for most people as well. You form 1040. You can add that new schedule 1A to claim the new tax breaks. I could sit here and talk about all these different, but I don't know it as well as the team at Annex. Give them a call. Look them up. AnnexWealth.com. Head on over there because you really do need good tax planning. You want to get great returns, you got to invest well, but you also need to make sure your tax situation is in consideration as well, and that's what Annex does. They will help you get your plan in place, and it'll all be done by experts. So, again, they're good people, and they know their stuff when it comes to taxes.
You said give them a call. Did you have a number for that, or?
Yeah, blank off Wilde. I don't know. You do the math on what that looks like.
Just wanted to confirm.
AnnexWealth.com, Jell. Oh, why I'm yelling at Jell.
What did I do?
I don't know. Jason's irritated me, so I just yelled at you. That's what we do.
Whoa, Nelly is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Hey, it's Jesse Nelson, and yes, there's a lot of basketball going on right now, and yes, there's snow on the ground outside from the big snowfall this week. But yes, it's also time to start thinking about getting your team together for softball season with Madison School and Community Recreation. Softball is back for 2026, and registration for Madison School and Community Recreation's adult summer softball leagues is open right now. Men's, women's, and all gender slow pitch leagues, plus women's fast pitch leagues are forming now for the summer season, and MSCR softball leagues offer fun for every level of player and welcome all participants, no matter your skill level. You can find a great league to join with MSCR. Again, spend your summer evenings out on the diamond. For more information and to register right now, go to mscrsportsleagues.org. That's mscrsportsleagues.org.
It's all about the green and gold and nonsense on Kyle, Brust, and Nordman.
I've come to the point where I've accepted that Goody will never turn the Packers into a truly great team. The only way to be like an actual Super Bowl team, for this Goody-led team to show up in the Super Bowl, Jordan Love will have to be the MVP. That's the only way I see it.
Kyle, Brust, and Nordman. Presented by Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer. Weekdays from 2 till 4 on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Wisconsin weather doesn't wait, and neither should you. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we make upgrading your home simple. Right now, order today and get 0% interest until 2032. You heard me right. 0% interest all the way until 2032. Upgrade your windows and doors now and pay over time without paying interest. With our 10-year limited warranty, you can feel confident in your investment. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 3/31/2026.
My husband had purchased something at another store. He was very unhappy with the quality of it. We went into Chalmers and just started looking around and kind of got inspired to do something together that was unique for us.
It really isn't any more expensive to do a one-of-a-kind custom piece.
I love it. It's beautiful. I get a lot of compliments on it.
Turned out how I hoped it would.
It really makes me feel good to wear.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton.
Mark Tauscher here, and you know I love a smart play from the pocket. That's why I joined UW Credit Union. With their mobile banking app, I can make smart plays from anywhere. And with rewards checking perks like early payday, I score my money sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and make the smart play by becoming a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCAA. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
You asked and carbless delivered. The fan favorite grapefruit flavor now has its own 4-pack all to itself. That bold, bright, perfectly balanced citrus taste that you've been pulling from the variety pack, it's now front and center in 4 cans, 1 box. Crisp, refreshing, not too sweet, and nothing else has changed. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, just 100 calories and gluten-free. Clean ingredients and big flavor. Always no compromises. Grab the new carbless grapefruit 4-pack wherever you get your carbless and find a location near you at drinkcarbless.com. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip.
We're on the Badgers.
I don't give a damn about 5-12 upsets. The Badgers are playing better than a 5 seed.
Because we're on Wisconsin Sports.
It's on them. It's about them executing what they've been doing.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN.
The brackets roll on. I think we should do a bracket someday of memorable quotes from Tausch. I feel fantastic, and I'm not a big meth guy. Could be pretty high seeds.
I feel fantastic.
What was Jason's from a couple weeks ago? As long as you do everything I say, I'll be happy.
Don't turn this around on me. Don't do that. Time now for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa Nelly
on Wilde and Tausch.
All right, one more bracket to throw at you guys here.
Well, I wish Wisconsin would have played in Oklahoma.
Why is that?
Would you have gone?
I don't think. Yeah, I think so because that's on Sarah's list. One of the states I don't think she's been to.
Could have done a vacation.
Yeah. Nebraska's going to get beat by Troy. That's my prediction.
That's your bold one for the first round. Okay.
6-6, their last 12.
These, as you see on our video stream, are the best Wisconsin sports playoff moments since the Packers won the Super Bowl in 2011. Our regions: the Bucks region, Giannis's 50-piece in Game 6 of the NBA Finals versus Kevin Durant's shoe on the line, Bucks-Nets Game 7 of the second round of that same playoffs. The Brewers Game 5 region, Brewers-Cubs Game 5 NLDS from this past season versus Brewers-Diamondbacks 2011 Tony
How do we
Plush.
feel about the Cornhusker cornhead?
No one's watching Nebraska right now.
No, but I know
Tausch,
it's like a total knockoff of the cheesehead, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I kind of like it.
Imitation, more like a cheese grater.
Imitation and flattery and whatnot.
The Wisconsin Badgers region, Wisconsin-Kentucky Final Four versus Wisconsin volleyball winning the national title.
Those are both great moments, yep.
And then the obscure, awesome postseason moments. Sam Decker's buzzer beater to win state for Sheboygan Lutheran at the Kohl Center versus Matt Hamilton and Team USA Curling winning the gold medal in the Pyeongchang Olympics in 2018.
Is Tausch's head up against the microphone?
Yeah.
Is that what
I wasn't going to snore.
what?
We should have stuck to just the one bracket.
Which one? You hated all of them.
It's going to end up being the Giannis 50 burger versus probably Wisconsin, Kentucky Final Four. And I'm going with the Giannis 50 burger.
I'm going Wisconsin, Kentucky.
Well, but we didn't win a championship.
I understand.
So
well, that game wasn't for a championship.
No, I understand. It was a great moment. And if it's just strictly on that moment, I'm with you because I was there. I lived it, loved it.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Step back, Jack, from Decker.
Yeah, you're really glazing Decker on this.
He's had a couple
Can you
awesome
say what he did when he was a kindergartner?
Who do you
when
got?
He was playing 8th grade basketball as a kindergartner?
Who do you got in the Sam Decker, Matt Hamilton match?
Let's get some more info on Sam Decker's European career.
Yeah, can you tell us about his London days? London calling.
It's not my fault that he was part of two great postseason moments in Wisconsin sports history.
Why didn't you put Ben Brush's shot against Michigan up there?
It wasn't in the postseason. If you knew the topic of the bracket and weren't watching Nebraska Cornhusker heads, you might know that.
That's kind of a state kind of stole that corn.
Just wait, Matt Hamilton's run for a gold medal, that was postseason?
Yes.
Really?
What's their regular season?
Yeah.
The qualifying.
No, that's...
I mean, they even at the Olympics, they have a qualifying round and then a bracket for the 4 teams that advance to contend for the gold medals.
That's a stretch.
Yeah,
we all love that.
You're really lunging on that.
If you would have read the title of the bracket, Jesse, you would have known that probably shouldn't fit in it.
Which Brewers game was better?
Refresh my memory on those again.
D-backs game 5.
That was Tony Plush.
Yep. I was at a Hooters having a Coors Light watching that. And
Hooters?
Our group
in Nebraska.
Our group was rolling when that happened. That was right. I think I had just been retired by the NFL. It was that fall, and that was something. And now all the Hooters have went bye-bye.
Are they all gone?
I think so.
Just about.
They're still open in the South, aren't they?
I think they're struggling. I don't think they're... I can't speak for all Hooters. I can only speak for the Hooters out on the east side.
Am I going to get...
That's went bye-bye.
On a work computer, am I going to get in trouble for looking this up?
No, you're just looking for lunch.
Yeah.
Watch the games.
There's the closest ones to my current location appear to be Oak Lawn, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, Aurora, Illinois.
Yeah.
I could make a really inappropriate Aurora Borealis. I could have switched the...
They're not going to do that.
I'm not going to do that, though.
Why? Do that.
I don't think
Areola would have been a good joke.
No, I was going to go with the...
I know where he was going.
Bosom. Aurora Bosomialis.
So you got Giannis's 50 in Game 6 beating Brewers Diamondbacks in a walk-off to win and advance in the series.
Tausch, what games are you watching in the studio?
TCU is leading Ohio State, and I'm not sure how to feel about that. I want the Big Ten to show well, but I hate Ohio State, so I'm going to pick TCU. I like TCU.
Hate's a strong word.
Don't like. Troy, Nebraska, early tussle. Nebraska with a little lead.
So am I the only one who watched...
little man-to-man.
Am I the only one who watched Miami, Ohio last night?
I watched them. Yeah.
That was fun.
You understand they don't want to be called Miami of Ohio anymore, right?
Miami University.
Yeah, so stop calling it. I mean, they have the respect. They have earned the right to be called Miami.
Well, if you just call them Miami, then there's confusion.
That's not my fault.
So University of Miami is the one in Florida. And the Miami that is located in the state of Ohio is Miami University. Is that how that's supposed to work? U of M versus...
I don't know. All I know is it's not Miami of Ohio.
I'm going to keep calling them Miami of Ohio and congratulate them on a great win last night. That was entertaining.
It was an awesome
They shoot a hell of a lot of three-pointers, boy. Woo.
Does anybody want to pick a winner in my bracket?
You know what I've noticed about Jason? He's really infatuated with saying boy. He's been saying, oh, boy.
I mean, do we want to point out all the things you're infatuated with saying?
What am I infatuated with?
Blueberry.
Yeah, but I don't say it every day. He has been pounding the boy. Jason's been pounding old boy all day. That's what he's been doing.
And the map.
Can somebody pick a winner in the bracket so I can be done with the exercise?
Yeah, Wisconsin, Kentucky.
That's better than Giannis dropping 50 to win a championship.
And then Tausch said they didn't win a title.
We tried
to recap the show?
We tried to stop doing the brackets. That was the winner. This bracket sucks.
We're all losers.
This bracket's the worst you've done.
No.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it is.
There's
He's
nothing really intriguing about this bracket. Other than your glaze of Sam Decker. That's the only thing I can think of as the interesting part of this.
Huh. All right. Well, I guess we're never going to bring the brackets back.
Oh, stop pouting.
No.
You're such a baby.
It's going to go the way of the numbers. I'm upset about
the
this.
The numbers game was good.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
then
it
why
was.
haven't we done it in 7 years?
Because you butchered it from the jump.
Meanwhile, this information has just come across my desk. As of now, there are 208 Hooters locations still in the United States.
There's that many Hooters, huh?
Yes.
Good for Hooters. That's good.
Whoa, Nelly! It's a fun place to go, boy.
They have ice cream?
No, they do not.
Now we broke him. No, we broke both of you guys today. Tauscher, we have a Nebraska-Troy update.
I was going to say something about milk, but I decided not to.
that we were on the same page. All right, that's it for whatever the hell that was. We will wrap
We're
up the show.
never doing another bracket on this show ever
what
again.
What a baby.
No,
You're
you
such
guys
a baby.
ruined bracket day.
You butchered bracket season. We said your second one was okay.
You could critique how the bracket was set up all you want. We do it with the selection committee all the time. But the bracket was created to inspire intriguing conversation, and all you did was jump ahead to who should be in the championship.
You wanted me to talk about Sam Decker hitting a half-court shot in a high school game 30 years ago. That's what you wanted us to do today.
Well, it wasn't 30 years ago.
It wasn't a half-court shot. Wasn't it a shot from the like from the right wing?
I don't know, but it was a long time ago, and a great play.
Yeah.
It was great. But that's what you wanted us to do.
The greatest shot in Wisconsin high school basketball history. We got all 15 championship games and the tournament semifinals airing on ESPN Wisconsin app and ESPN Madison.
You able to play video?
No video, audio only. We're on the
announcer cam.
We'll be on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and on the ESPN Wisconsin app if you want to listen to the state tournament games. For the championship games, we will have announcer cam.
Why not?
So if I'm watching the audio on YouTube, what is up on the screen?
It'll be a graphic with the matchup, and I believe we'll have a score ticker going through.
Oh, really?
As well, I think that's the setup. Yeah, I'm not entirely
but
sure.
Not a picture of you and Dennis.
Will
no.
the bracket be up, and will you also rotate in your brackets from today?
No.
Okay. We're gonna wrap things up.
I'm never doing
mercifully.
You ruined brackets.
You
for
are
me.
such a powder. You did not. It was not good, Jesse.
Brackets were great.
You and Rashan Gary with the same assessment of yourselves. We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
We're on the Badgers.
Nick Boyd fits Wisconsin basketball the best.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
He is, out of those transfers, the best transfer in Wisconsin portal history.
This is 100.5 ESPN.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. And now, through March 22nd, our listeners can get 40% off all Iron Jock hoodies with the code HOODIE40. That's HOODIE40. Iron Jock helps you look good, smell good, and keep showing up. Shop now at ironjock.com.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today. Wisconsin football beginning spring ball practices, the first look at new faces including transfer quarterback Colton Joseph, a top target for Luke Fickell once the portal period opened. Fickell during his offseason appearance on Wilde and Tausch on what Joseph brings to the Badgers.
We were looking for a guy that obviously can extend plays. We're looking for a guy that has athleticism to get himself out of trouble, that can use his feet when he needs to use his feet, but yet he still has the arm strength. If you're not balanced, you can't be successful.
Order today and get 0% interest until 2032 at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Upgrade now, pay no interest until 2032. Visit PellaWI.com.
It's March, so it's time to score big with slam dunk deals at Metro Ford of Madison. Drive home the Powerhouse 2026 Ford F-150 with special financing. Get 4.9% APR for 60 months. That's just $18.83 for $1,000 finance. Don't miss your shot. These offers end March 31st, 2026. Head to Metro Ford on the east side of Madison or visit metrofordofmadison.com now and drive home your new F-150 today.
Beautiful day for Brewers baseball. Brats in one hand, your Brewers checking card from Associated Bank is in the other. And with a tap, it's 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. An express entry so you can tailgate longer. And up to 50% off home game tickets. Oh, that power! All for the crew! Only with Brewers checking from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Brewers baseball is back.
First pitch swinging and a drive to deep left. It's way back and way gone for Brandon Lockridge. First home run of the spring.
You're listening to Madison's new home of the Milwaukee Brewers, 100.5 ESPN.
Like me, arrived at the end of the show today and thought, hey, wait a minute. They didn't play Wilde and Tausch trivia presented by Cousin Subs and Iron Jock.
No, we did, didn't we?
No.
Nope.
Oh.
We reallocated our time for brackets.
Yeah.
So we appreciate the great partnerships we have with Cousin Subs, we believe in better, and Iron Jock. We did do the Iron Jock contest. We gave away a hoodie, which is awesome. And I'll say this, I was cleaning up my closet while the girls were gone, and I have got my Iron Jock gear
What
front
did you
and
do
center.
the whole time your kids? What did you do all week?
Wouldn't you love to know?
Well, that's why I just asked.
Yeah, but we're almost out of time. I want to get to
plenty of time.
You want to watch
looking
basketball?
I'm not looking for a full segment.
You guys could do a bracket tomorrow with Riley of the things
All
Jason
my
did while
activities.
he was gone. Or,
Picked a lint out of his belly button. That was one thing he did. What else did you do? It's
gross.
I shoveled
gross.
26 inches of snow.
What a hero.
No.
Why didn't you just wait? Why didn't you wait 2 days and it'd melt?
It would not have melted. There is someone who's been out of town in our neighborhood, and their driveway it's actually really impressive to look at because that is untouched from the storm. So you know what I say to them when they get home?
Hey, could have brought your
Why didn't you go over there and blow his yard? Why didn't you go over there and blow his yard out?
Because they're the jerks that if our dogs even set foot on their grass, he gets he's very mean. So no, I'm not shoveling his driveway for him. Which, by the way, that space.
I'll tell you what, you've done a great job not holding grudges.
Not very neighborly.
I feel like I've really improved in that area, but no, I'm not going to go. I didn't egg his house.
By the way, we're joking with you.
I have improved. I've done a better job.
Really?
On that. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I forgive you all the time. So you're going to get ready for basketball. Don't make that look. That was just a joke. You're going to get ready to watch some basketball. Are you watching with buddies? What
I'm trying to do, I'm going to try and go sneak a workout in before the game. It's going to be tight. I'm bouncing right out of here. Going to go work out, and then I'm going to go try to watch the second half with some friends, yeah.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
And enjoy that. Jesse, you are out tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Not because you can't get out of your driveway. You have plans.
I have some plans to be with Tier 1 Tyler, Pepsi Mike, Dave, John, the whole crew.
Why doesn't Dave and Mike have a nickname? Like, what does Dave do?
I just didn't
what does Dave do?
Pepsi Mike.
Accountant Dave.
Dave was one of my best friends. He was
best friend Dave.
Co-best man in my wedding, Dave. Yeah.
Okay, so
CBM Dave.
Yeah. What's the other guy's name? What's his deal?
That's John.
What do you call him?
He's just John.
Oh, Johnny.
Just John. Just call him just John. All right. Well, we wish you luck. We look forward to
I can't
Riley
wait for
Yao.
ChatGPT to analyze this show today.
I'm
very
sure you
intrigued.
can.
Well, I won't probably get a transcript through, so I won't be able to see it.
All right, that's it for us. Rich Eisen is next. Enjoy the Badgers game, everybody. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full